You work so hard. You show up every day. You do what's expected of you. But deep down, you know the truth. One paycheck shouldn't decide how your life turns out. But what if your evenings meant progress? What if your weekends built freedom? What if your laptop became more than just a screen? This isn't about quitting your job. It's about giving yourself options. While others crawl, you start building. Quietly, consistently, and on your own terms. No pressure, no guessing. Just a clear system you can run after work, before work, or whenever life gives you a turn. That's what Goldmine on hustlesafrica.com is for.
Tuesday. Haikuzo. Makasi ni watafute uongozi pamoja wasitafute.
Kweli una maana gani? Una maana wewe. Ni binadamu ya mavi ya kuku.
Mashamba yetu harambe.
Nguruwe kujikanga na mafuta yake. Na Afrika itakwisha.
Wadhani agosho. Ngai no mwega. Na endesho de.
Wakati hiyo ilikuwa ukisema ngwe ndani. Ngwe.
None of us planned to be in this situation that we are in right now. But we find ourselves here, and we can hear what the country is saying. We can hear the call. We can hear the yearning. I mean, at the very minimum, you have a responsibility to answer to the call that we can hear out there. We will not make promises that we cannot keep. We will accept that things will be tough, things will be difficult. In fact, I feel bad for the next administration, because if you see the sort of things that these guys are doing right now, they have securitized everything. They have taken debts on everything for like the next 15 years. You know, so it will be very tough, but we will be true. I mean, we will just tell you, hii kitu haiwezekani. And you will be with us there when we are trying to solve some of those problems. Na tuwaambie hii kitu imetushinda. Unaona? There is no reason to not be open with the people. As I've given you the example, if this roof is collapsing and I know it's collapsing, why would I just sit here and allow you to die? Yeah, I can tell you this thing is going. Wacha tutoroke. But we want to thank the country. We want to thank everybody who has been showing up. We want to build this movement to a level where it can be consequential. It is not about Sifuna, you know. I just found myself thrust there, and people are singing Sisi Ndio Sifuna across the country. It's not my doing, you know. But we want to build a movement. It should not be about me. We want to build a movement that is consequential, that if we decided that tomorrow we are running Ndu, you would win that election without question. You know, I am one of the people who also believe that we need critical mass in leadership. If it is just you at the patch there running around the country singing Zizi Ndio Sifuna, it's very easy to be knocked off the patch. You know, what I want us to do is to build this movement to be consequential. We want to be consequential in elections of MCAs, in elections of members of parliament, because part of the problem is not just with Kasongo, it is also with our parliament, the people who end up there. Sometimes you sit in that Senate and you look across the people who are sitting there with you, and you wonder, I mean, these counties, don't they have any better people to put forward?
So if the patch was built,
that's what I'm saying.
Was built, and it turned out that the movement
be about Sifuna.
Okay.
It is about our country, you know, and this is why we feel very, very honored, we feel very humbled when we go to these spaces and these places and people show up. Mombasa was major. We went to Nakuru and it was massive. We went to Kitengela. We went to Busia. We went to Kakamega. Despite of all the intimidation and the threats, our people broke through cordons of goons and the police. And we still had meetings, you know. It tells you that there is a certain yearning in the country for a different narrative, a different face, you know. So the only assurance we can give people is that we will not disappoint them. We know the task that is ahead of us. We know the sort of expectation that we've built. I have said previously that those of us who have been singing Ruto must go must be available to go him. You know? So we are not going to run away from responsibility. I have also said publicly that in 2027, the overriding national emergency is not to make Sifuna a senator. It is to rescue the country. It is to rescue the country. So we will cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
But we cannot run away from the call of the people. We cannot run away.
All right, hello there, people of the internet. My name is Uduo Jagero, and this is Political Headache coming to you at 7:30 or it's 7:45, so 41 in the evening. It is very chilly in Nairobi, right? Odhiambo?
Yes.
Do you have a wife to take care of you now that it's chilly? Or that's not a political question.
That's a headache.
That's a headache. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are going to be talking about a myriad of issues. The issue number one that we're going to be talking about is Sifuna. Odhiambo did not want me to play Sifuna today because he thinks that he's bored of it. He thinks that he's seen so much about Sifuna. But for us, we are going to say that Sifuna needs to be talked about. Today he was at Spice FM with Ndu, you are Odhiambo's friend, Ndu Ako.
Ndu Oko.
Ndu Oko.
Yes.
Yeah. And Odhiambo is saying that he did really, really well. The question that was asked, are you gonna be running for president? I think that question was not very clear to anybody because he said that it is not about Sifuna, it is about the country. And I think that is a bit deflecting. If you're asked, are you going to run for president, and your people, including Abis when is saying that you're going to run for president, why don't you just tell us whether you're going to run for president? I feel like a lot of everybody, it seems that only Ruto is saying that he's going to run for president. Everybody else is cutting around the issue. The Ambo's light is looking good, yeah. There is another light there that is a bit tricky. If you can push this camera a little bit away from me so that people can see a goga. And even though the Ambos need to be taken a little bit behind, so that it has got a little bit of details, you know. So that is the question that we are talking about today. Gara is saying, Tayari gathered around the fireplace. The headache is political. We are live. Thank you very much, Mr. Evan Utieno. Please use the live when we are changing the cameras, my brothers. Unajua, people of the internet, we are this Gen Z sometimes. This Gen Z's. Yeah. All right. Snowface is saying, Jagero, seems I am the first today, and next time, Kuja, I take you around Glasgow. You were totally lost yesterday.
Oh, you said Glasgow is in Scotland.
Glasgow in Scotland.
Yeah.
Glasgow in Scotland, and I was watching something on the internet today about Glasgow. Actually, a murder that happened there.
A murder
that was so this gentleman, actually, they are twins, and they were sort of driving at night, and then they hit this biker in the night, and then he's still alive, but then they panic and they don't want to take him to the hospital, and they don't want to call to the police, and so they put him behind their truck and they drive him to their farm and they leave him to die slowly, and then they go and bury him. And then years later, he's got a girlfriend. And the girlfriend, he says to the girlfriend that I want to marry you. And the girlfriend says, yes, we will discuss it. And then they go and discuss it. And the girlfriend says that I want you to tell me your deepest secret. And boom.
The girlfriend asks the man.
Yes, that I want your deepest secret. Your deepest secret.
That's a bad trap. You didn't realize?
He was in love.
Blind
all
the time.
You can be in love with a woman, you can be in love with power.
Okay.
Yeah?
You can also be in love with religion.
Yes. So he was in love with a woman, and he said that I think I killed a man.
I think I
killed a man. And so the girl is like, oof. And it weighs on her. And at some point, she decides, I gotta tell my mother this. And she calls the mother and tells the mother that my boyfriend that you have met killed a man. And I believe it was not a hit and run, it was a murder. Because how can you hit somebody, he's still breathing, they're still alive, he's looking at you, and then you put him on behind a truck, and then you take them to your farm and then abandon them in the cold to die out. So that is the story that was listening to today. Yeah. So
this is recent.
It's just a few years ago. So he was a biker, the Cross County bikers. So nobody knows where he went. The media talked about it for years and said,
it disappeared.
Disappeared, Buana, into the thin air. But so the girl finally called the police. The police the police tells the girl that we want you to do more work, more investigative work.
So the police use the girl to
Yes, they tell her, we would like you to ask him to tell you around what place the gentleman was buried.
Yes.
Because without that, we can't take him to court. So the girl goes with the man and saying that, it's been bothering me that I am going to marry you and I don't know where the man you killed is at.
Yeah.
So they go and he points to the place. Yes. And the girl leaves a beer can there. Tell the police where the beer can is.
That's where it is.
That's where it is.
Oh, God. And this is in the man's farm.
Yes, around the man's farm. And they go and find the man. Right? So that is the story of Glasgow.
They exhume the man.
Yes, they started exhuming, but it appears that the pit where they actually dumped the man was also the pit where they were dumping animal remains. They are hunters, and they are into hunting business. So they kill animals, and there is a pit.
Yes.
So the same pit where they were dropping animal remains is where they went and dropped the man. All right, people of the internet, that is the story for another day. Hello, people of the internet watching. Rose Mbaika is watching, I don't know, from Buruburu. Jen uko Mogadishu, Saidi Gani. Good evening, watching from Undanyi constituency in Taita Taveta County. Yesterday, Odhiambo hakunyorosha the opposition. Hakunyorosha the opposition lady. He played a good cop.
What people must understand.
Ama he has a soft spot for Zwena.
I think, can you explain what we do with you? So that people understand, because I have multiple split personalities. So people need to understand what I do with you.
Yeah, but why don't you tell them? Why am I the one?
Because you're the one who has hired me.
I have not hired you.
So sometimes, people of the internet, I need to understand a few things. Sometimes when I appear here, I appear as a co-host.
Yes.
So when we have a guest, I pack my feelings, emotions, and opinions.
Yeah.
And we listen to the guest. Okay? Because the guest now is your guest as a people of the internet. And when that happens, I must give way. Now, at times, I appear as a co-conversationalist with Jagero, or holding dialogues, basically. So like today. This is us holding a dialogue on particular issues. Not as an expert, just a dialogue. We're just talking. Jagger will be giving his opinion, I'll be giving mine. We're just talking about whatever is happening. And you too will be talking, because we'll be opening the lines to call. You know how that goes, right? Then at times, there are topics in which I have something called domain knowledge. Either because of experience of working with politicians, or some information that we normally gain. And when we gain it, normally we gain it with Jagero. So when those positions come, or when those chances come, I then appear as a commentator on that particular issue. Sometimes I also appear as an analyst, just analyzing politics. So I am multiple personalities when I'm here. So you're the one to choose which one is you think is showing up. Like
what Odhiambo is saying that ataki kuwa kierere guest akiwa.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to leave that gate open for the guests to say what they want to say.
Yes.
And with minimum, you can throw a few questions here and there.
Yes.
But we want to give the guest the opportunity to speak and to give their opinion. But I also have a feeling that he has a soft spot for the lady.
Why would you feel that I have a soft spot for the lady?
And there is nothing entirely wrong with having a soft spot for someone, whether it's a lady or a man. There are people that you just like. Right? You just like them. When you see them, you just feel good. You like them.
Yeah, like I think...
right. And I think you and you like Zwena that way. And that is not a bad thing.
I like brilliant people. Generally.
You can scatter around it, but what I'm saying is...
I can do what?
You can scatter around it as much as you want. Anyway, good evening. Watching from Florence, watching from Kandahar, Afghanistan. My friends.
Afghanistan.
Kandahar, not Afghanistan. Kandahar, Afghanistan.
What is Kandahar?
Kandahar is the mountain region of Afghanistan.
So this guy is actually in Afghanistan?
Yes.
There's internet there?
Yes. Internet is... Starlink is everywhere.
Oh, that's Starlink.
Could be Starlink, could be fiber.
Okay.
And you see, have you watched videos of Afghanistan?
Yeah, a little when they were...
Have you?
When Americans were
No,
escaping.
not those ones.
Which one?
For travelers.
No.
No.
Travelers go to Afghanistan?
Yes.
Okay, I don't
There
know.
is a there is a
The only thing I
time.
know about Afghanistan is that people fight there.
No.
Like their food.
The fight in Afghanistan was because of America. America wanted women not to wear those things for
America or Afghanistan?
America. America comes to Nairobi and say we want you to dress this way. That's what America does. They go to Iran and say that Iranians are under some kind of authoritarian regime. That's what Americans say. Okay? Trump can say that is doing what? He's freeing the
democracy and freedom.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is so. But Afghanistan is very good right now. The leaders are not very good people. But
they're called Taliban.
Taliban, yeah. And America, you remember, fought Taliban for a very, very long time.
20 years.
Yes, but at the end of the day,
a lot of money.
Taliban went back to government and told the women not to go to school. Yeah, that is Samuel Juma tuned in from Finland. Hello, tukundani ndani kabisa. That is Robert Njuguna. Florence is saying good evening, watching from Kandahar, Afghanistan. We have said that. Abraham Leting is saying I'm watching from Ruiru. Hussein, hello Jagero, and Odis that.
Odis or that.
Odis or that.
Yes.
Odis or that.
Yes. That's what they mean. Many people call me Odis or that.
Odis or that. Yeah, watching from Caracas, Venezuela.
Yeah, Caracas is in Venezuela.
Yes.
Hey, our audience is good.
Irene Awino watching live from Kiserian. Hello, people of the internet. Thank you very much for joining. You don't murder and get away with it. Life of a human being is not a goat. The guy was suffering from guilt and so on and so forth. Back to topic, Jagero, unapenda mushene sana. Bwana, tafadhali. Sisi wa Kenya.
We are welcoming you to the fireplace.
Yeah, we are welcoming you to the fireplace. Watu wanataka tuende boom.
Actually, in fact, nafaa tuweke tukifika 500 tuanze. Tuingie kwa topic.
Hapana.
Ni 404 watakuwa shortly.
Watching from Kitengela, watching live Weatherford, Texas, USA. Weatherford, Texas, USA. Boom boom.
My people are there.
Yeah. Hello Jagero, that is Stephen Wachofi. Hello Jagero, watching from Phuket, Thailand.
Where is that?
Thailand.
Phuket.
Yes.
I'm learning new places today. Phuket. Then there is from
Double O effect from Zwena. You know, Zwena is a very likable character.
Yeah,
that woman, she comes with a presence.
Yeah,
and leaves a scent behind.
Oh, she's very present.
You know, so
if
that is.
If there's anything I admire about people, is present.
Don't start falling in love. No. From Dubai, locked. From Dubai, locked. Watching from Arlington, Pennsylvania. How about that? Pennsylvania.
I know that one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Odiambo, I am watching from Java, Kesia, Kizumu.
Who is that?
Kosovo.
Who is that? What's the name? Who's that?
Fidel Ongoya.
Oh, he's in Kisumu.
But he's supposed to be Noma Bay.
Yeah, he's a character that around.
Jagero umeongea juu ya Uncle Sam. Watching from Keflonia, Greece.
That's nice. Greece, the world, the place where Nini came from.
Yeah, State House typing and deleting.
Why? Why are they typing?
My goodness. But people of the internet, why can't we just have fun and say where you guys are coming from? Kwani shida ni aje? We are not like, there is no house on fire.
No, there's no house on fire.
Yeah.
There is Ken Ambula 851. Hello Jagger Diambo, locked in from UK.
Yes.
United Kingdom.
But where in the UK? Are they in Liverpool? Are they in Manchester? Are they in Brighton?
Or in Leeds?
Or in Leeds?
You know, I was invited to go and study in the University of Leeds and Cardiff.
In Cardiff?
I got 3 calling letters.
Okay.
University of Cardiff, University of Leeds, and Bristol University.
Bristol?
Yeah.
Should have gone to Leeds.
Yeah. Professor Omolongari told me, go to Leeds. Leeds is the best university in the world.
Yeah, you can do it online.
No, I want to go to London.
To London?
I want to go and I will live there for about 2 years.
To the people, to your colonizers?
Not really. I love their style.
The man you kill your men?
Well, they dress like I do. Like this.
Yeah.
It's very British.
You've always wanted to be British. Like,
yeah,
like a black man and a white man's brain.
No, I've never wanted to dress like to be British.
Do you feel like whites are superior?
No, of course we are very equal. Though they were ahead, more advanced in terms of how they looked at their civilization, and then they imposed it on us.
Yeah,
because I believe Africans had their own system which was working.
Which system? Lateness.
Lateness, you know, it was working.
Koka chini ya acacia tree.
Yes, koka chini ya acacia tree. Madafu. You know, like for example, this issue of students going to school and taking 8 years and having not being productive.
Yeah,
it's very silly. You know, like you studied thorax, abdomen, and spiracles.
Yeah.
Have you ever applied it anywhere?
No.
Geometry, calculus, log tables.
I failed in maths, you know. C+.
What do you think was the most potent subject you learned in school?
Potent?
Yeah, like the most useful subject you learned in school that has helped you in life.
I can't think of any.
You can't think of any?
No, I can't think of any.
So you
maybe theory.
Yes, theory. and history.
Made me a good man.
English. Swahili.
English good. English fine. Yes. English fine has given me an opportunity to talk to people around the world.
Did you do business? Did you study business?
Business
studies.
In primary.
In high school.
No. What?
You didn't study business?
There's a course called business in high school.
Business studies. It was a subject.
Business studies.
Yeah, okay. Did you ever meet demand, supply?
No.
And pricing?
No, that's why I'm a failing businessman.
Did you ever do this in physics? Do you know this?
What is that?
Current, whatever. Physicians know what this is.
No. I did physics up to Form 2, but then I abandoned it because I was so poor in maths.
Do you remember the homologous series?
No. I don't remember anything math-wise.
Mole concept?
No, yes. Because I was beaten. I remember that one because there's trauma attached to it.
There's trauma attached.
A lot of trauma. Can we listen to the other Nini for Mr. who? Mr. Sifuna, yes. Right. Because people are laughing here. Mwanzo ni perimeter square. Inasaidia kwa maisha surely. Watching from Auckland, New Zealand. Tuned in all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland, UK. Oh, show equal lit. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I wouldn't be shocked to find the things rights are superior. The same thing yesterday, just because there was a lady was on another level.
Be kind.
Jagero huwa mchokozi sana things locked from Moshi. I just love this podcast.
That is Moshi, Tanzania.
Moshi, Tanzania.
You know, there's a place
Tanzania is a place I really used to love before I visited it.
Really?
But once I visited Tanzania 4 times, I completely don't like Tanzania.
Why?
Anymore.
What happened?
Tanzanians really has no respect for Kenyans. They've got a lot of fear for Kenyans. Like fear.
There's phobia.
There's phobia for Kenyans. And they're very condescending. Tanzanians, especially the one in Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
Very bad. One or two. They are reckless. They are, you know.
Me, I like it. I like them.
No.
I think we need to colonize them again.
Colonize Tanzania?
Yeah.
Let's play.
Never demonstrated. They have never shown you the evidence. You know, you heard Murkomen saying that we as political leaders are under 24-hour surveillance. That Murkomen knows who I sleep with and when I sleep with them.
Okay.
You know, so he surely must see me receiving money from Uhuru. Why can't he show the country, Sifuna and Uhuru, exchanging money? Yeah, because, and me, I will show you how people have funded our movement. We have a pay bill number on our website. They are called Linda Mwananchi. And I can show you the phone that has the M-Pesa messages. We pay our DJ from those 10 bob shillings that people send to us. You know, we have a gentleman called D.S. Njoroge. D.S. Njoroge is a person who used to supply or provide the dais and sound for Raila. He decided that he's going to work with us. We agreed on a flat rate for him, and he goes everywhere. He was the one who did Vihiga in the rain, in the darkness. He was able to assemble that thing, disassemble it, and assemble it again in Kisumu. It's what wamejitolea ndu. You know, I can show you how members of parliament in the Linda Mwananchi group contribute money. Our M-Pesa statements, these people have access to all these things. Our treasurer is Osotsi. We all send him money. You can see Sifuna is sending 200,000 to Osotsi for the rally in Kisumu. Bro, and what we spend money on, what do we spend money on? We spend money on the stage, the sound, and maybe security. That's it. On average, if you ask me, our budget for Kisumu was 3 million shillings. Do I need Uhuru to give me 3 million shillings? We have friends, my brother. We are members of parliament. The entire complement of the, what is it called? Linda Mwananchi, we have over 15 members of parliament. Each of them giving you 100,000 shillings is 1.5 million shillings. And there are people who give us money who, if I said they give us money,
you'd be surprised.
There'll be problems.
All right, Odhiambo. The question that we want to start with, let me say, listening from Switzerland, Jagero, you're very funny. Thank you very much. Love from Strait of Hormuz. Jagero, really, the lady yesterday was fire. Great work, great people watching from Eldoret. Buona Jagero. You apply algebra on your life daily. But I wouldn't apply it even if I didn't study it. I think so. But, Odhiambo, about Sifuna.
Yes.
Let's talk about Sifuna. What do you think about this gentleman and the interview that he did today? Straight to the topic now. What do you think about him? I've got a few issues with him. I always have issues with Sifuna, but well,
I think Sifuna did well in the interview that he had with Spice FM. I watched it from the start to the end. I then followed him to Radio Maisha. I wanted to hear his resonance and also his coherence in messaging. I think Sifuna plays the Raila card perfectly. In fact, Sifuna now is the perfect prodigy of Raila Odinga because when you hear how he talks and how he dodges questions, continues to make you guessing his next move, which is a beautiful strategy in politics, not exposing all your cards at once, because he was asked about being the president, as you've heard, and is not keen about it. He's not sharing when he's going to declare the contest for the presidency. And that builds the tension, which builds the momentum for him. And amongst his people, then it increases the demand.
Okay.
Right? It's a brilliant strategy that Raila used to use, and it's a brilliant strategy that he's using. Two, I think I also loved how Sifuna conveniently galvanized his issue, or Linda Mwananchi's issue, around the Republic and not him. He successfully deflected the attention from himself to the bigger issue, which is the country, and the need to focus more on the issues that are bedeviling the country and not him, his issues with ODM. Because he said clearly, I've never been against relinquishing my post as an SG of ODM. I talked to Buru personally and told him that I'm willing to relinquish my position if he thinks I'm not the best candidate for him to be his SG, which I think is beautiful. He perfectly deflected attention from himself, which is a brilliant strategy, then making this about the people and not him. That was,
you are saying that he told Oburu that I would be happy to relinquish my position.
Yes, if I'm not the best fit for you.
If I'm not the best fit for you.
Yes.
So at what point did he decide that Oburu is mediocre?
That is now late afterward, and he was asked. He said he thought that he was talking to this person. Then when this person got out, he was saying something else. He was not talking about the things that they agreed, because he said clearly, I'm the person, I'm the SG, and so I read the resolutions of the party.
Okay.
But at no moment did we talk about the issue of supporting President Ruto in 2027. What we were talking about was the issue of us sustaining, and he clearly explained, us sustaining the relationship between the ODM team and the government as a support towards the government. And I mean, I've never heard Sifuna being so much clear since he started this Linda Mwananchi as he was today on Spice FM, because he clearly said that, you know, we need a country first before we even talk about removing President Ruto. And that was the basis why we joined President Ruto, to support him up to 2027, so that the government is stable. Okay?
But it is not yet 2027.
And that was his point, that my difference with ODM Linda Ground is that it is not yet 2027, but they're saying we must support President Ruto. But that was not the agreement. And that was not the resolution.
The support of President Ruto post 2027 or support of Ruto up to 2027?
Post 2027, political coalition. Okay? There's support for the government, but no support for President Ruto. Let me put it as such. Okay? In my own understanding, in my own interpretation, if you listen to what he said at Spice FM, this is what he said. It is important to have a country before we even talk about the leadership question. And in our agreement with President Ruto, it was that we were moving to 2027. Then Raila instructed us that at 2027, we were going to win the election. Now, the matters of winning the election, different. It was either Raila would contest, because he said that Raila assured them that they had the best chance to win the election in 2027.
Okay.
But as I've always said, Raila was talking to two people differently. He was talking to Akina Wanga and making them in government, remain in government, and his experts. But again, talking to this team and telling them we are getting out.
All right.
Yeah, which was his political strategy. And of course, Sifuna has held on to that. And today he talked about it clearly, that, you know what, the truth is that Raila told us, let us support the government.
Okay.
Until 2027. That does not mean that we've entered a political coalition.
With the government.
With the government, with the regime. The government is in perpetuity, which means regardless of what happens, there's always a government. When a government fails, then the state fails.
The question that I have for you, because I think that there is an issue of hanging too much on a dead man's word to this end.
That I agree.
Because Raila is no longer alive. Things have happened. Raila doesn't know what is happening. He doesn't even know whether Ruto is dead at the moment. He doesn't even know whether Sifuna is living. He doesn't even know whether Uburu, his brother, is alive. So the question is, why is it that everybody is hanging on Raila's words? Why is Raila's words law in this country called Kenya? Why is his word law? Why is it that Uburu cannot disagree with what his father said? What his brother said? If my brother said that we should be doing this with these people until this particular juncture, don't I have my own brain? Don't I have my own thinking? Can I differ with my brother? Because we know that Raila differed with his father. Raila differed with his senior, Mr. Wamalwa. He has differed with Moi. He has differed with Kibaki. He has differed with Ruto. He has differed with everybody. We know.
Yes,
so why is it that people like Sifuna think that Raila is some kind of demigod that everybody has to follow his word to the letter? We can disagree with Raila.
But the reality is that
so Raila, if Uburu disagreed with Raila...
But don't you agree that the reality is that Raila was a deity?
Deities don't die.
Of course. That's why he's not dead. Raila's not dead.
No, but stop bullshitting me. What I'm telling you is...
I'm not bullshitting you.
What I am trying to prosecute is...
And I know you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, Raila said something.
The ideology of Raila is still living. That's why we are still teetering around it. Okay? Just like Chairman Mao of China, all right? His thinking and spirit still guides China. George Washington of the Americas, Lincoln, Kenyatta the first, all right? Nyerere. Those people don't die. They operate at deity level, which means as their mortality comes into effect, then their immortality kicks in.
That is the problem we have as a country, because we should have taken Kenyatta's land that he grabbed from our country.
But you can still take it when you become the president.
Yeah, but we are not taking it because we can't forget about Raila and the things that he penned together with the man on the hill.
Yeah, we can't forget about how fast would you want to forget about Raila?
No, I'm not talking about forgetting about Raila, the person. We are talking about this gentleman went to a meeting with His Excellency the President, Dr. William Ruto, and agreed on a few issues. As gentlemen.
They didn't agree on anything.
No, that's a lie.
They didn't agree on anything.
So why were they shaking hands? You shake hands for...
It was convenience. Have you ever heard of marriages of convenience? People don't really love each other.
Yeah, but at least you agree to enter the same door.
We agree to show. But there's nothing substantive they agreed on. Let's pick the facts as they are. These two gentlemen didn't agree on anything because...
But now you are contradicting yourself because you've just said that Raila said...
I'm not contradicting myself.
But...
What you're choosing to listen differently, okay? And I'm trying to give you different scenarios. So you're choosing to pick this scenario and apply it. What I'm saying is this.
Okay.
Is that Raila did instruct his team, which includes Sifuna and the others, on one thing.
All right.
That as a country, we need a government first, regardless of the regime.
That's an agreement.
Well, let's say it's an agreement.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We need a government first.
Okay.
Before a regime. Let's not focus on the regime. Let's focus on the government.
Okay.
Of course, the government, in a democratic space like ours, has a regime. Now, then it means in the interim, we must then negotiate with that regime.
All right.
On a few things that we need to do moving forward. And remember, from that time, there was sabotage onset. And the sabotage onset was not coming from the president's side. If you listen to Sifuna today, the sabotage onset was coming from the ODM side. Because he says, Raila then instructed his team in Mombasa, because when he flew in from Addis, you remember that salamu, the highest salamu that Raila has ever given. Right here and Ruto's, and it was marvelous. He found papers there, documents, that he was to sign. Then Raila refused, said, no. I don't do things like this. I have to go to the people. And he went around. Then he told his team and Ruto's team that people watakubaliana hapa. So it instructed a few gentlemen, I think, from what Sifuna was saying, that you need to write a document and give Sifuna to review. I think this was in Kisumu. Then these guys, 3 weeks later, never gave Sifuna a document to do what? To review. Sifuna asked them severally. They never gave Sifuna a document to review. Which means Raila was already being sabotaged. So on the material day of the signing at KICC, you remember that day?
Yes.
Where Raila was in a Kaunda. Yeah? Sifuna says that when the paper was presented to them in the holding room, Raila asked them, has Sifuna gone through this document? Then Sifuna said, it's the first time I'm also seeing it. Actually, it was being broadcasted on a screen. He said, it's the first time I'm seeing it. Then Raila said, no, this is not who we are. Then does Sifuna and Anyang' Nyong'o to go and rework the document. And Sifuna says they went to the third
What
floor.
were they going to do at this event?
They were going to
Let's rewind.
They're going to sign an agreement.
An agreement that Raila has not seen.
Yes. Because Raila trusted, remember I told you, Raila trusted too easily. And that's what I'm telling you. Now, if you understand that bit, I mean that these guys were not agreeing on anything.
So Raila, where is he coming from? Karara Pond? In a V8 and Outriders?
Well, I don't know.
To go and sign.
He didn't have Outriders at least.
To go and sign. Something he has not seen, laid eyes on.
That's true.
And he has not called Sifuna to ask Sifuna, have you laid eyes on the same?
Yes.
And Sifuna is coming from where again?
I don't know where Sifuna lives.
Wherever he's coming from, he's going to sign.
Yes.
Something he has not seen.
Exactly.
And then the thing starts scrolling on the screen.
In the holding room.
And everybody is like, we have not seen.
Yes.
So that is your ODM.
That's including the president's side. And that's what I'm saying. There was no agreement. Now, do you understand my context? It's a little bit deeper. Because how am I waking up from State House, for example?
But you have not finished the story. Finish the story at the event.
I'm finishing.
Finish the story at the event. What happens?
I'm finishing.
Okay.
So Raila says, no, this is not who we are.
Okay.
Sifuna, go with the Anyang' Nyong'o.
Okay.
And look at this document. And they went and they rewrote the whole document.
Him and Anyong'o.
Nyong'o, two people.
The two of them.
Remember, Anyang' Nyong'o has always had a very soft spot and a futuristic view of Sifuna.
Okay.
From when Raila was still alive. So Sifuna is somewhere in the future.
Yes.
Okay. So they go and they draft the 10-point agenda.
Okay.
Which is, of course, a lot of vagueness.
Okay.
And Raila, he goes and presents Raila. And Raila tells him, go and share with the team of the president.
Okay.
When they agree,
They're waiting.
Yes, they're in opposite rooms
Okay.
at KCC. You know, the president has an office in KCC.
Yes.
Okay?
It's a government parastatal, so he can get into any office.
Of course. It's a VIP holding room, right? So, Raila tells Sifuna, go and share with them. When they agree, or if they agree, we are signing. If they don't agree,
okay,
we are done. We're not signing nothing.
Do you know how much is rewrote? How much is thrown out of the window? We don't know.
We don't know. Okay?
But there is vagueness.
There's
vagueness in the
original document is discarded.
Is discarded.
And Raila says, Sifuna to rewrite.
Alone. Without the other part.
With Anyang' Nyong'o.
With Anyang' Nyong'o. No UDA.
Of course.
But the other one was written by UDA.
No. By people in ODM.
Who?
We don't know. Sifuna does not tell us who they are.
Oh my God.
Yes. So, Sifuna goes and does the thing, then takes to the president and his team on the other side.
Do we know who was scrolling it on the screen?
We don't know.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So then, Sifuna walks across, gives the president and his team, and he says it didn't take 5 minutes. They're just like, sawa, it's okay, let's go sign.
The team for
the president.
Iko sawa.
As Raila and his team wait on this side.
Hakuna shida.
Exactly. And that's why I repeat that there was no agreement. Okay? Because
people of the internet, hakuna shida. Sign.
Yes.
Okay.
So
go
the
ahead.
president is ready to sign.
So they sign.
They don't sign yet. So Sifuna comes back to Raila.
Okay.
And Raila is shocked.
That they have refused to sign.
No, that it is too quick.
They have agreed too quickly.
They've agreed too quickly.
He expected pushback.
Yes, expected pushback. And again, I repeat, there was no agreement.
Okay.
Because you give me a document, the devil is always in the details. And this document is crafted within
Sifuna writes it.
Sifuna
like a preamble.
Like a preamble. And actually, it is. If you look at it, it's a preamble. That's the fact. Vash, I don't know if you can get that document, the 10-point agenda, then you read it for us shortly. Because I want you to know that Sifuna was very strategic in writing this document.
Okay.
Okay, so then they get out, they sign, and Sifuna even declares, I'm here in my capacity as the SG, not as Sifuna.
Okay.
And he proceeds to facilitate the signing. What happens next? They get out. And then, what does the president say? Mmekubali tuungane. Mmekubali tuendelee pamoja.
Yes.
It was not about the 10-point agenda. Yeah. This is according to Sifuna. I'm not saying my own things.
All right.
Okay?
Sifuna agrees on camera that he wrote vagueness. He wrote anything that...
What he says which is not clear, which I read, he says he's the one who wrote the document. But what I read, he says, I'm the one who simply tricked these guys. Aya, Vasht, have you gotten it? The 10-point agenda? A minute.
They're still looking for the 10-point agenda.
Yeah, because I want to read for you this 10-point agenda so that you just hear what it was about. It is vague ab initio. You got it? Yes, read it.
Okay, so the first was full implementation of NADCO report. The second point, inclusivity in all spaces of public life.
Inclusivity in all spaces of
public life.
How do you achieve that? Is it measurable? 3.
Protecting and strengthening devolution.
Protecting and strengthening devolution. How do you achieve that? What are the mechanisms? What is the work plan of achieving protection?
Economic investment. Young people must be mainstreamed.
Economic investment.
Young people must be mainstreamed.
You guys tell me. Maybe I'm being abusive, but I don't get it. Because you must be specific. And you say, this is how we expect young people to be mainstreamed. Read.
Leadership and integrity.
Leadership and integrity.
Yes.
What about it?
It's just that.
Jagero, you've gone to school, you've read a little bit.
A little bit is
the correct term.
It's the correct term.
Leadership and integrity. Left like that. What about leadership and integrity? Soma.
The 6th point, the right to peaceful assembly.
The right to peaceful assembly?
Under Article 37 of Constitution of Kenya.
What about it?
And compensation for victims of protest and
That's specific.
riots.
Compensation of victims of those strikes. That's okay. That's very specific. Compensation of victim.
Of
the what? Of
which victims?
Of protest and riots.
Of protests and riots. That is specific for me.
How is that specific?
Because we are asking.
Are we talking about the killings of 1969 in Kisumu?
Now, those ones is what a committee goes and sits and decides who are we going to compensate. And are we going to compensate?
Is it the Wagala massacre?
Exactly.
Is it the Garissa massacre?
They said protest and riots.
Huh?
So
is it Baby Pendo?
Now, those ones. So
is it the ones Matiang'i put in River Yala? Which ones?
So many more. It's also vague, but at least of all the things she has read, that's a little bit specific. There need compensation of victims of riots and protests. That's a little bit specific for me.
7, the national debt.
That is number what?
Point number 7.
Number 7. What read again?
The national debt.
What about it?
It's just that.
Odious debt.
Nobody knows. Soma.
Fight against corruption. That is point number 8. Point number 9.
Fight about corruption.
Fight against corruption.
Yes.
Fight against corruption. Preamble. Soma.
Stopping wastage of public resources and promoting government efficiency.
How?
And then the last one is protecting and promoting sovereignty of the people, rule of law and constitutionalism.
Preamble. Again. Okay? So that document, in its very institution, didn't have the people in it. And I'm
Sifuna owes Kenyans the highest responsibility for that debacle and that recklessness.
On that I agree. He has
because he's the one who is now gallivanting the country.
That's correct.
Talking about how Ruto is bad. He is the same person who was never specific with his boss Raila. He was never specific in his document. He has never been specific as a person. Today he was being asked, are you going to be president? Hey, don't ask me. Ask Kenyans. ODM, this is the dubiousness of our politics.
So what I'm saying, I'm not against Sifuna at this point. We're just analyzing the facts that on this 10-point agenda that he's accusing the regime and broad-based for, he is the one who drafted it. He was vague about it. There's nothing specific about it.
But if you look at the whole shebang,
yes,
there is a lot of vagueness around everything that is happening at Linda Ground, Linda Wananchi, ODM, Ruto. At least Ruto is...
he has a sense of where he's going, but these are the people you wonder.
But every time people are asking me, Jageru, you need to support Sifuna. You need to support this so-and-so. You need to support so-and-so. You need to support so-and-so. People are calling me from Minnesota, Texas. When I say, wewe lazima support Matiang'i. Matiang'i is the only man who can rescue this country.
From what?
The other day, I was talking to somebody and he was telling me that the place that Gachagua holds for this country is immense. Immense. Gachagua ndio kiboko ya yao. And then when I go to the Luos, the Luos, they poke my eyes every day. Wewe tunakuona, you are talking against the president, and you know what the president is bringing to Nyanza. Something we have never seen. You know?
They warn you.
They poke my eyes.
Yes.
And telling me that thing of yours that you are running at night.
and you know, the ones who are pointing at you like that, they're eating from it. But they want to support them, but they're getting nothing out of it. The hypocrisy of certain government apologists.
That is my and I know a lot of people are saying, Jagero, you can't be you are. Somebody was telling me, how long are you gonna sit your ass on the thorns? This is the fence.
On the fence, yes. You need to declare. Take a stand. Don't be a coward.
You see, so that for me is what I think about. Abizwena yesterday was speaking so well about. Is Abizwena is a principal?
Well, do you know if she is? I'm not sure. But I know she's a fixer.
Is there a principal?
It's still amorphous.
Still amorphous. Yeah. Can we go to IEBC? There's something going on at IEBC.
Oh, interesting. I don't have a copy.
It was written to me down on paper.
No, on a
paper. But there is a press conference for it.
Okay. Let's hear.
Key performances.
Voter registration, we managed to capture and register the 2,345,476 new voters. So to us, this is a major milestone, and we would like to thank every Kenyan who has supported this exercise. So from the performance perspective, the enhanced continuous voter registration exercise in 2026 has particularly recorded notable improvements, both in terms of the efficiency and output compared to previous large-scale registration initiatives in the previous electoral cycles. This performance reflects a sustained and consistent upward trajectory, which enabled us to record on a weekly basis over 500,000 new registrations. By comparison, in 2016, when the Electoral Management Body conducted mass voter registration in phase 1, they previously managed to capture around 1.4 million voters against the targets of 4 million within the 30 days. We had a target of 2.5 million within 30 days, and we managed to achieve that target. Over a similar period, also in 2021, the numbers were also lower. And therefore, taken in totality, this comparative analysis highlights a clear institutional progression in the design and execution of voter registration strategies in Kenya. The enhanced continuous voter registration approach not only delivered high absolute numbers, but also achieved significant improved conversion rates relative to target, and underscoring, therefore, the effectiveness of this approach. In terms of strategic interventions, ladies and gentlemen, the improved performance of the registration drive by IEBC can be attributed to deliberate strategic and operational shifts that distinguish it from earlier exercises. And in particular, this time round.
Odhiambo, there is something really. How do you like the gentleman that is driving the IEBC? What is the body language?
He's very calm, reassuring. He looks like he understands what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But also very lethal. Lethal to the sense that you can't read his mind easily.
Yeah.
He's like Katwa Kigen.
Katwa Kigen.
Katwa Kigen was called on that interview for JSC, Supreme Court, whatever.
Yeah, I think he was called because he knows that he's gonna get it.
Yeah, it was very. Yeah, it was like an entitled child.
Very entitled.
Then was Summit took it.
So the key performance is that they have registered about 2 million people,
which is very good.
Very, majorly Gen Zs.
I think Nico Kadi did very well.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nico Kadi.
They're going to be doing something called Open Kit Strategy.
Open Kit.
I don't know whether you have it. There is something called Open Kit Strategy that IEBC is going to do.
Okay.
Let's hear what it is about.
The improved performance of the registration drive by IEBC can be attributed to deliberate strategic and operational shifts that distinguish it from earlier exercises. And in particular, this time round, we employed the open kit strategy, which allowed eligible voters to register at any convenient registration centers, irrespective of their place of origin or their place of residence. And this therefore effectively eliminated geographical restrictions that historically have constrained participation of citizens in registration exercise. And to explain this, We deployed open kits which allowed somebody who is resident and working in Nairobi and still wants to vote, let's say in Kakamega, to be able to do so without making that journey all the way to Kakamega or Mandera or Turkana or Kilgoris.
Umesikia hiyo Odhiambo. So they are doing a good job.
I think IEBC is doing a good job.
Yeah, there is also something that that they talked about called multi-stage validation. Do you have it?
Multi-stage validation?
Multi-stage validation, trying to validate the voter. All right? Let's just listen, yeah.
I'm just explaining to you how the register works. So upon successful verification, the registration process proceeds to the capture of biographical data and biometric data. That includes the fingerprints, facial images, and iris, ensuring that each voter is uniquely identified and thereby safeguarding against multiple registrations. The captured data is securely transmitted and uploaded to a centralized database, enabling national level data consolidation and processing. Within the centralized system, the data is subjected to automated biometric deduplication, which includes fingerprint matching and alphanumeric comparisons. This process identifies duplicated registration, conflicting records, and any anomalies within the data set. All flag records are subjected to data cleaning, validation, and adjudication. These processes are necessary because it is through these processes that we ensure that only one unique and valid record is retained per voter.
So people of the internet, I think what the IEBC is trying to do is to make sure that they have got a clean data, everything is up to date, and they're promising. And you remember we talked lastly, and Mundalo was actually saying that IEBC needs to give us more updates on what is happening, because you remember Muturi went to court and saying that they want the voter register or registry published so that they can audit it, because they are thinking Muturi was in Uhuru's government. Uhuru's government was doing a lot of pinky-ponky with the register. So probably, and he was in that government, so he knows what was going on there. So perhaps he was coming out and saying, look, I know there is some dirt out in there, we need to clean it. If you don't clean it, we need to see that dirt. So I think what the IEBC is doing right now is trying to reassure Kenyans. And this is what Mundalo has been telling me, that they need to come out more and reassure Kenyans. There is a time that there was a press conference and one of the IEBC officers was asked, why do you need 2 billion to feed people in a day? And the guy was throwing up his hand and saying, what kind of question is that? I am not the one who drew the budget, blah, blah, blah.
Who was throwing that question?
One agency asked him,
oh,
why do you need 2 billion to feed people? And he was very annoyed by that question. And so Mundalo was saying, probably he doesn't know. But if you don't know, you can just say, I don't have the details. I think after this conversation, I can look for the details and give you why it's actually 2 billion.
Yeah, that's why officers who speak to the media are always in a lot of training. You can't speak to the media if you don't know how to handle questions.
Yeah.
But I think IEBC is doing a good thing. Though, Kenyans don't stop asking questions. The referee, even if it's the best, don't stop asking questions.
It's amazing.
Ukienda kucheza mpira, lazima uangalie referee hata kama ni ndugu yako. You must ensure the referee must never be fully trusted 100%.
Yeah.
Peana confidence, but poof, careful. Yeah.
Governors, people of the internet, agreed to return to Senate oversight hearings, drop demands for the removal of 4 senators, and stop public attacks on the House, while senators undertook to address extortion claims internally, enforce decorum in committees, and consider higher county allocations. These were some of the concessions that resulted in a truce between governors and senators following hours of closed-door talks on Monday at the Senate, ending week-long standoff that threatened county funding. Okay, the agreement struck between Senate leadership led by Majority Leader Aaron Cheruiyot and Council of Governors delegation headed by Chair Ahmed Abdullahi marked a clampdown by both sides. Okay?
Yeah.
So there has been a push and pull of do you have the right? And also something interesting with the Odhiambo is that the governors have been complaining that they are being extorted by the senators. That wewe tutakuita Odhiambo, sipokuja
It happens. Well, extortion happens everywhere. It's very normal in politics, especially Kenyan politics. In fact, if you want to be rich very fast, just go into Kenyan politics. You'll receive so much money for free.
How do they get the money as politicians?
Budgeted corruption.
Budgeted corruption. What is budgeted corruption?
So governors always have a way of getting money from whatever and availing it for their defense. There's a lot of money in the counties, a lot of money. Generally, government, even parastatals have a lot of money. When they're called for whatever, there's always this particular parliamentarian in committees. Kenyans, there's this parliamentarian called welfare, Mutia welfare, in the committees. Do you know what welfare means in the committees?
Welfare?
Yeah.
Tumbo?
Yeah, tumbo. So how does that work? Welfare works in that this person in charge of welfare, and you can Google the ones who are in charge of welfare of different committees. They're the ones who collect the bribes on behalf of the committees.
Really?
Yeah. A parliamentarian, for example, earns on the highest, about 2 million shillings is money that he gets as a salary. But how many Harambes do parliamentarians go for in their constituencies? How many people do they support?
Many.
Too many. Do you think 2 million can sustain? In a month,
why do they need to support them?
They're your constituents.
No, but they're not entitled to his salary.
You will go home.
But then that is our politics then.
So yes.
So if you want money from the salary of your neighbor,
yes,
then what are you doing? Why do you want salary from a politician, from the MP?
Because our people are entitled. Because, like, for example, in my home, and I don't mean to say this in the wrongest of tastes, I mean, that's a wrong English, but yeah. When I go home, at 6 a.m., women are already seated in my front yard. I'm not a politician. I'm not a very big politician, so to say.
But you're a politician. Si ulisema.
I'm a leader. I'm not a politician.
No, you say that you're going to vie. There is no need of.
I'm a leader. I'm not a politician.
So why are they coming to your place?
Because, when they come to your place, they're seeking support.
Which support?
Support, they want school fees, they want...
From you?
Yes. I support people.
Why?
Them. Do you know why I'm always broke, for example? How many people... somebody asked you, Jagger, and you remember when you were young, and you put yourself in their position. A woman has come with the child. Now, wamekaa kwa grass, on your grass, in the morning at 6. Unamushwa, kuna watu nje wanataka kuongea na wewe. And what they want, somebody tells you, mtoto wangu mfukuza shule, sina 10,000, sina 5, sina 3. What do you do? Na uko na hiyo pesa, utakataa kumpa? Because you imagine when you were young, and put yourself in that. I was lucky that my father is a teacher.
Your father was a teacher?
He's still a teacher.
A rich man?
Well, by village standards. And my mom also worked for the municipal, then works for the county now. So we didn't have that experience. But my grandmother, when I hear her story, there's a moment where she didn't have money, and she had to go with my dad to ask for school fees somewhere. And that gentleman said he wanted a piece of land. And my grandmother had to sell a piece of her land in Kisumu for my father to go to university. So I'm just imagining, if these people want that level of support, it means they don't have, genuinely awana. So you have to support them. And so look at a parliamentarian.
Why don't they have?
You're asking...
No, I'm asking you.
You're asking a question like Maria Antoinette of...
No, Odhiambo, this is a problem with our politics. That when you're asked a question, you look down.
No, I'm not looking down. You should... Maria Antoinette of the French Revolution.
No, the idea of cake, no.
I'm answering you.
You are deflecting.
I'm not deflecting, I'm answering you. Maria Antoinette said, when she was told, people are demonstrating. Then you're like, why are they demonstrating? There is no bread. Then say, why can't they take cake? Cake, give them cake. It was the dumbest of answers. So you're asking me, why don't they have money? How should I answer you? Because they're lazy? Or because they're unlucky? It is just difficult.
Or because of structural inequality.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
Vash, please say that again.
But he knows.
Please say that again, Vash.
Structural inequality.
Exactly. Structure. Look at the word that precedes.
That is true.
The other word. Structural what?
But you know.
So our MPs do not want to work on the structure.
That is why somebody like me, for example,
they do not want to work on the structure.
Yes.
And they want to pay school fees, and they want to do this. They don't, when Kibaki became president, Vash, Kibaki said what? That education is going to be
free.
Who returned school fees? Ruto and his MPs. Correct? The same MPs who are saying that people are coming to their homes to look for school fees. There was a structure that Kibaki laid down. That school is going to be free. Kibaki was sending school fees to schools. Kibaki was sending uniforms to school. Kibaki was sending books to school. Then suddenly, your government, Ruto's government, decided that, look, we are going to pay school fees. So now, the people are saying, okay, we will pay school fees, but you're going to pay it from your pocket. You see the structure that Vash is talking about? And that is where I was going, and you are rerouting me to Antoinette.
I'm not rerouting you. I'm answering your question because it is a dumb question.
Because
you're asking me, why are they poor?
No, you don't put words in my mouth.
No, you're asking me.
I asked you, why don't they have school fees?
I mean,
that's not equal to poverty. No.
That is poverty.
No, it's not.
Where did you grow up?
Why are they poor?
Why are they
that
poor?
Is the question that
yes, why are they poor?
It's rhetoric. You can't ask a human being, why is somebody poor? We all
But you can always tell why someone is poor.
Yes.
Can we get the solution?
No.
You can't ask me,
look.
I come to you, Vash, and I tell you, Vash, I'm hungry. Then you're asking me, why are you hungry?
Yes. No. We are not going to ask the hungry person, why are you hungry?
I'm just saying.
No. We are not. And this is the deflection that Odhiambo and his political cabal are always telling us. They're always rerouting you. They're always dwindling around the question. They are scattish. They're going around the bush.
I'm not dodging
because he's of their ilk.
No.
For example, how much was Nyong'o given?
Where?
Nyong'o was given how much since he started ruling county government? A lot of money.
Billions of shillings, yeah.
You know? And do you know the reason why people are dying in Luoland? Because there is no health care. My own mother died. I've never known what killed my mother. My father died. The last time I saw my father, let me tell you, my father was standing by the window, looking outside for hours and hours. That motherfucker was depressed. You understand? He was depressed. He was sick. He did not have money to go to hospital. And my father died. You understand? Because when you go to Papunditi, there is only Panadol. In fact, if you want to die quickly, go to Papunditi hospital. You are surely going to die. Because they are going to give you watakudunga shindano kisha kufa.
Jagero.
I'm telling you.
But do you know the funny thing is, you remember Nderitu Gachagua, the brother to Gachagua?
Yes.
He died. He died in a road accident. And then according to the law, when you are in a crash, you are supposed to be taken to the nearest public hospital.
Yes.
He was taken to Thika level 5. And then mambo ikafanyika, he died. The same hospital yenye hawataki kufund. But when they get into something, hapo ndo inafaa wapelekwe. It doesn't matter if you are poor. Hawezi kupelekwa Aga Khan. Watu wa bodaboda wakipata accident uko hapo hivyo, utapelekwa in your nearest. Kama hapa which public hospital is near.
I agree with you absolutely. And Jagero, my condolences for your loss. And I can tell you, these two cases is reflective of very many cases in Kenya. And there are very many studies that have been conducted. And we realize one thing from all these studies, there's misdiagnosis, there's poor diagnosis in Kenya. There is a lot of time between when somebody acquires a disease and when that's the diagnosis, when it's diagnosed, and the treatment procedure. There's a lot of gaps in the health sector in Kenya that I can tell you. And one thing that we must agree is that the last parliament, functional parliament we had, was the parliament of Marende. Anything past that is full of wash,
because
conmen,
thieves. And they're the people that you are consulting for to bring to parliament.
No, I've never consulted for a wash client.
How do you know?
I'm telling you. Because I do very good.
How do you know where they get their money?
I tell you, I do very good background checks, and I've opposed.
Right now.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
I've rejected 2 jobs from wash clients, which were very well paying, and the person who brought them to me thought that I was a
Why didn't you recommend them to me?
you know, in the world of political consultancy,
okay,
one of the things I don't want to do, you don't want to work with a client who you know, number one, is not compliant to the law.
Yeah.
Because when things go south.
It was not Nderitu Gaku, the governor of Nyeri.
Yes.
Let me correct that.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you consult for somebody like that, a mafia lord, they will kill you. They will kill you, Jagero. I know some of them.
Ukiwadanganya ya kwamba watachukua uongozi. Just say the truth, bro.
That is true. And you see, in political consultants, you don't lie. For me, when I talk to my client, I tell you the truth. It is painful. I tell you, hey, this is where you are.
You're doing badly.
You're doing badly. And I don't tell you you're doing badly out of my thinking. No, we go down, do a baseline survey.
But I think they're consulting you to hear the truth.
Some of them, now professional ones, will consult you to hear the truth and seek proper guidance. Most of them just want to win, even if they're not capable of winning. There are people I've told you can't win. You can't win. You know one that I've told who was a very good friend of mine. You can't win.
So what I was telling you is that if you look at the way the Kenya is set for failure politically. For example, I go to the village every month. You go to the village even more than I do. Sometimes even 3 times a month. Okay? So for example, if you go to Nyakach constituency and you look at the future leaders or future husbands or future mothers or future what, if you go to Arambe Market, they are all seated down by the roadside. You see a stream of young men just seated by the roadside. Because Kitambo, they could go to the other side of River Nyando and cut down papyrus reeds and then make par, which is called a mat, and then sell to Kabondo. And then they will get potatoes, they will get bando, which is what? Bando is what? Maize. Yeah. And then come with it the other side and sell. Okay? But now, there is no other side. They cut down all the papyrus reed, and now they are planting trees on the other side. So there is nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
So you see, all these from 4, levers are just in the village. The last time I was in the village was 3 months ago. And every young man that I was meeting in my village is drunk. So what they do is that in the evening, they are going to brew changa. And then they drink silly, even at night. And then during the day, they are zombies. You understand? And the question you are asking yourself is that where is the government? You don't see the government in my village. You don't see the government in my village. There are no libraries where they can go. There are no polytechnic where they can go. There is basically nothing. And then politician like Odhiambo comes with money and makes them goons and sangueñas. And that's what happens. And so when somebody comes to your home, because they will give birth, whether they are drunkards, whether they do not have food, giving birth, they will give birth.
Nature has no conscience.
And then they will be surrounding your home to give them money. The question is, what is a sitting MP? What is the legislation that they are doing to take care of this thing?
And that's what I'm saying. Let me answer you correctly. The problem of Kenya is one, the eating culture. All right?
What is an eating culture?
The eating culture where everybody who gets into office wants to accumulate too quick because they're too insecure. They think they're going to be chased out of the office or something. So they do something called primitive accumulation. Both MPs, heads of parastatals, governors, name it, mpaka MCAs. Everybody's always sanguineering. In this country, most of these guys are thieves. Now, the eating culture is a big problem. And they don't want people who do development for them. This one inchi as well. Let me tell you why. I want to give a typical example or many more examples.
Okay.
And of course, it could have emanated from also the political infrastructure back then. Let me start with Tuju. Honorable Raphael Tuju, when he was elected as MP for Ariada constituency in 2002, this is one of the fellow. In fact, Ariada constituency is one of the few constituencies in Nyanza, for example, that has tarmac everywhere. Everywhere, literally. You go to Nyilema, you go to Kalandin, you go everywhere, there's tarmac.
Okay? Kalandin?
Yes.
You have a place called Kalandin?
Yes.
Oh, we have a place called Kalandin in Kabodo.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. So, Tuju brought them even mobile clinics. Tuju built for them hospitals.
Okay.
Tuju gave them piped water. Tuju gave them almost everything. When it came to 207, what did they do to that fellow?
Onu's incitement.
You know who? On that we agree. And many other.
Vash is looking away.
Yes, and many other new leaders. Okay? Now, I've told you also that if you go to Mount Kenya, and I always like contrasting these two, because I want to point to you that our case as Luos and majorly Luos and Luyas, the problem is that we have deficit of leadership. Deficit of leadership. Because these people are brilliant, but they're being patronaged, if I could say that. Okay?
Patroned.
Yes. And those patrons effectively deny them the chance to deliver. Even those who can deliver, like Cyprian Awiti, for 10 years in Homa Bay, that guy did literally nothing. It has a project, leaves it unfinished. Like there's a fellow there called Isaiah Ogui. There's another one there.
Who are they?
These were finance.
MCS?
No, someone was a finance minister. Another one was a.
What does a finance minister do in a county government?
CCM. They help in finance policy and whatever in the county, you know. And they ran the county dry. Awiti cannot point at any single proper thing that he did in Homa Bay. Okay? Because I understand when you asked Awiti that...
who put Awiti in power?
We know who again.
Okay.
Okay?
Very good.
Yeah, no, on this, let's be objective. Hakuna kupaka chupa mafuta, mugongo yake.
Hey.
Hapa ni kusema vitu paruanja. Tutasema tu. Because at times, for us to move, we need to talk.
Yeah, and I remember, and I remember you talked about a deity.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying.
Deities, you think gods can be very bad to humans?
Of course, because for example, let me ask you, and I know this very many people will disagree with me because religion does not accept logic. If it is so good, and if you pray so hard, why are things not working out for you?
No.
Because you believe... No, just wait. I don't want you to fall into that trap.
No.
I'm answering your question, so give me time to answer your question.
Okay, you answer.
Yeah, don't bring here your views, which are biased, because you're saved. Yeah. I'm just asking, in the form of deities, not specifically God. Okay? That
yes.
Africa that prays so much, that has millions of churches, is very poor. England that is closing churches and turning them to real estate is progressing.
The Ambo have got a lot to say about what you're saying.
Because you are saved.
You are
and you people who are saved are the problem in this country. Because you and lawyers, you want to pray too much, and lawyers want to lie too much. Problems in this country. And then
I also agree with you.
True.
One of the problems we have as a country and as a society ni hiyo kukua too religious.
Over religiosity is actually a mental illness.
You are always having hope that for some reason God will provide.
And hope is not a strategy.
Those are not true Christians.
No, they're
Christians.
But you've said, can I speak now?
You cannot speak still.
Okay, you go ahead and then let me speak.
Jagero, hope is not a strategy.
Okay.
The problem with the politicians, they think that hope is a strategy. And they're selling hope to people. You sit with these politicians privately. You hear them say, binadamu ni kuwauzia tu hope. At one moment, one of these political leaders did mention to a very close friend of mine that for you to be a successful politician, you must ensure that your electorate, their economic situation does not change for 15 years. Then there's the same person that people are following much, right? And many more other stories. Yes. So my point is this.
Okay.
In this country, we have a deficit of leadership. The people we are electing to power are people who don't understand what power is.
Pray too much.
They pray too much and con too much.
And can I add?
Yes.
You'll say that
you guys also give me an opportunity to talk. But go ahead, Vash.
You'll say that hope is not a strategy. But hope is a strategy in Kenya. And the people agree with the hope. Because if we get a leader who wants to do something, people will always object. Let's say, for example, if, for example, NTSA wants to do something about the boda culture in Kenya.
Okay.
Seme, kila boda lazima kuwe na license. Ndo akuje. And you all know the madness that is on the road. Wakisema hivyo, kesho, watu wa boda wataenda kwa MP waseme, tunaonewa, tunafanyia ni. Hata hiyo tumeenda sana. Juzi county government ya Nairobi ilikuwa inataka kutoa hawkers kwa njia, pedestrian sidewalks, which is a real issue because pedestrians are vulnerable. Lakini hawkers wakasema hapana, wanatuonea sisi watu wadogo, sijui nini. So you see, people also don't want things to work.
And that's why I can tell you confidently, Jagero. I'm always saying this, and some people talk to think that I'm being a madman. In democratic spaces, nothing much happens. In fact, elections have not really changed situations in life. There is no single election in the world, in a democracy, that has changed seriously or significantly an economic situation. What changes situations is leadership. And I always say, take the example of Kagame. He could be the worst dictator. He could be what? Nyamaza. Kazi endele. Because what's the essence of too much talk without...
But can I talk about Christianity?
Yeah, but don't tell us about saved stuff. Excuse us.
Odhiambo, listen. About in defense of Christianity, I think...
nobody's attacking Christianity. We're talking about religiosity.
No, in defense. See, you have
religiosity.
People have understood what you said.
Aye.
Yeah. People of the internet have brains.
Talk.
They can infer.
But don't tell us about Christianity.
They can read between the lines.
Because that is attacking us basically in verse. You're telling us that now
No.
you're attacking Christianity. Talk about religiosity.
No.
That includes Islam.
In defense of Christianity and too much praying.
Okay.
I have a feeling that there are so many Christians that do not understand the book. Okay? There is the issue of seed and putting seed on the ground. Right? The way to having a plant is to put a seed on the ground. And then the seed will sprout. And then your work will be to water that seed. And then that seed would become a big tree, and that tree would have fruits. Okay? Now, I agree with you that there are some Christians who pray too much and sleep too much.
Correct.
Right? They do not wake up as the good Lord says. Because the Bible says that I will bless the work of your hands. Now, if there is no work of your hands, what is there to be blessed?
Nothing.
Okay? The word also says that go ye and fill the world. Okay? But let's go back 2 steps back and say that it is not like that, literally. Don't have 10 children. Okay? Have a few on your front yard, inside your house, the ones you can feed, the ones you can clothe. You know? But don't be like a Catholic who doesn't want to use a condom. You understand? These are the realities. You were talking about realities.
No, just talk. I'm just...
You understand?
Yeah, but Catholics haven't said that though.
You go read.
The Catholics have said they don't use condoms.
Birth control.
They don't like it.
Yes. but I'm using the word Catholic here as a representation, not as a people. So I'm not talking about Catholics. Okay. I'm talking about the larger Christian body.
All right.
Okay? So there is a way of, for example, when I was in the village, I prayed to God that, God, I want to be a journalist. Right? And faith demands that you do the unthinkable.
Right.
So I left my home in Nyakach, went to Kisumu, and got into an Akamba bus. It was drizzling, and the window was broken, and I traveled to Nairobi. When I reached Nairobi, I went to my uncle, and then I went to school without much school fees. So that is what faith is. You travel and do things and pray over them. You see? But you do not, if I was just in the village and saying, oh my God, I want to go to college, but every day I'm just around the village and saying I want to go to school, it does not happen. So these things that you're talking about, those are pagans. Those are not Christians. Those ones who pray too much.
Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. Fundamental Christianity or fundamentalist religiosity is the biggest offense in Africa.
Yes.
Towards development. Because they're being fundamental on a book that is edited. Sorry to say, but we can argue about that forever. If you just use common sense, as you're saying, you don't even need to pray to do that. You just need to wake up, board a bus, go to Nairobi. Once you do your work, hope for the best, because now you've done your work. Okay?
But Odhiambo, if you look at the whole human being, there is a lot of capability in a human being.
True.
You have got 2 eyes, 2 nose, a mouth, hands, and legs.
1 nose.
2.
There
are 2.
No, it's 1.
But I see 2.
With 2 nostrils.
So, the idea is, for example, how much was it to start this podcast?
Yes. Millions.
But I said I will start with a camera.
Yes.
I said that I'm going to start with a studio where we used to be, and then you just do what you have to do every morning.
It's just common
and I think that is the thing that we have as a country and politicians. But what is it that politicians are doing every time they wake up?
And that's what I'm saying. That in this country there is constant. And let me say this quite clearly. What has made America be? What has made Europe be? What has made these people be as they are 2 things. One is respect for academia, because academia is the citadel of research. Now, what does research do to you? Research informs practically the predictability of the future. It helps you predict the future and model it. Okay?
Yeah.
Then they move into practical leadership, not phantom leadership. Practical leadership where when they move to Westminster, when they move to the Congress, they discuss issues that concern the people. And you find that it anchors majorly on one, the moral compass of the society, which is important. But two, a vision for the country. And in Kenya today, I've said severally, Jagero, with you, that what we lack in this country, number one, is leadership. Leadership that will give us a vision. Where are we going? Because today, tell me why Parliament today is filled with wash people. It's filled with MPs who can't speak English. MPs who can't do anything. They can't even vision their lives. MPs who can't lead themselves.
I have no problem with their inability to speak English, by the way.
I have a problem with it because in this day and time, where you need to lobby, where you need to understand, we are talking about economics. We are past political liberations. Now we're talking about economic shifts.
For someone who has stayed in school for as long as you have stayed in school and you cannot speak English. Then
it is important.
What is the point?
Because these policies are written majorly in English as our first language here. Okay? They're not written in Swahili. These MPs, you find them basking at this hotel behind here, where there's the Shell petrol station. I don't want to mention it. Just here. They bask there. You find them in restaurants, gallivanting from restaurant to restaurant, not doing anything meaningful. Because, Jagiro, in this country again, our people hate people who come with proper development issues. If you go today, like I told you, if I go to Kabondo today, I've gone to Kabondo and talked to them and told them, you know what? This sweet potato we are producing here, it's a multi-billion-dollar product that informs the pharmacy world. People are like, how are you leaving us? You tell them, in this constituency, on the little most effort I can do is to have 4 colleges. What do 4 colleges do? They create microeconomics or microeconomies. In that, one college has 15,000 students. What do? They bring in money. What does this money do? They will rent your homes. They will buy food from you. They will buy things from you. They need supplies.
The biggest.
Then they want to hear someone tell them, Uchiek.
The biggest community of TikTokers is actually in Africa, but they don't get paid for it.
Now you see such things. And on this one, you remember, President Ruto, when he just got in, what did he do? He called that guy from Facebook. The man, people monetized here. For the first time, we've seen monetization. There are people I know in this country who are earning from Facebook. Okay? So our challenge,
Odhiambo, when you look at Kenya, who are we?
Exactly. A very important question.
By the way,
what are we pursuing?
Can I just add? People say, or Americans say that America is the land of opportunities. And there are some people who have said the Kenyan dream, like the American dream, though it's different, the Kenyan dream is to become the oppressor. So that
become the oppressor?
Yes. Everyone dreams. That's why we have a love-hate relationship with politicians. We hate politicians. Every day when we wake up, tunasema politicians are bad people, hawatusaidii. But these politicians come from our society. They don't fall from Mars. Wanakuja hapa hivi. Now, the biggest dream right now in Kenya ni kukuwa politician. Because when you are a politician, unaweza iba as much as you want. You can do whatever.
And Vash, there's a very bad joke that goes on online that I see every day. Where people talk about shida si deal, shida ni DCI.
Yes.
Erosion of morals in this country. Because, Jagero, the leadership is representative of those very ideals of where people get rich quick without proper means. Anyway, we should go back to the topic, Jagero.
Yes.
The mass exit from ODM.
Yes.
It is frustrating to talk about leadership in Kenya.
Yeah, that is fine. We can talk about that right about now. Yeah. So what is your problem with Oparanya is starting his own party, and the coastal region is also starting their own party, and it appears that there is a mass exodus from ODM.
Yeah, there's been a challenge in ODM in recent times, and that is because it was inevitable that the glue that was holding ODM has exited, and effectively ODM dies upon the death of Raila Odinga. That is the fact. Afterwards, ODM will only sustain if there was, again, what I said in Spice FM, if there was a death of political interests and they amalgamate around one thing and agree that amongst us, our leader is dead, but can we agree? Consensus, so that we move forward. There's gross insubordination in ODM because the party leadership is not elective, and they're not calling themselves quick into a meeting to have their structures up. There is intentional destruction of ODM from within and from without.
Yes.
Because even the Bible that you quote very well says, a house that is divided can never stand.
Yeah.
One guy is 43 years of age, or 44, or thereabout. Many of the ODM members.
Wanga is actually my age mate.
Yeah, she's actually your age mate.
Ameniacha. Acha kucheka. Acha kucheka.
Time and chance happens to them all.
Chance and time.
Ecclesiastes 9:12 or 12:9.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, the most successful age is always between 70 and 80. Second most successful age is between 60 and 50. 60 actually and 59 and 59. No, 60 and 69.
Okay.
Third most productive age is always between the ages of 50 to 59. So you're not far off. Most of the billionaires became billionaires in their 60s.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. So don't worry.
When you are being shadowed by diabetes and arthritis.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but there is a way of taking care of.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you're not far away. What I was saying is that the average age of ODM leaders is 57. Wanga is 43. She can't command the leadership of ODM properly. She was serving at the behest of Raila Odinga. With the exit of Raila Odinga, her appointed authority collapses. And so it is undermined by those who are within. Two, people are looking beyond 2027. And most of these people, remember, is someone like Joe from the coast, who obviously, deep down his heart, he has no regard for Oburu Oginga. He has no regard for Gladys Wanga. He has no regard for Omanyo. The ODM leadership as is being laughed at from within ODM, even before somebody from outside comes. Because in itself, it doesn't inspire respect. Now, what inspires respect in politics? One is resources. Two is vision. In this party today, who has the vision? Nobody clearly has the vision of ODM. So there's gross undermining in ODM under the guise of democracy. They're undermining the leadership. And of course, somebody like Oparanya, who does not know where he's truly headed, doesn't know. The gentleman doesn't understand where he is.
Where is he at the moment?
He's gallivanting and forming a new party somewhere. Because he doesn't understand what he wants. Because what can Oparanya be after the minister? He has been a governor. He's been a minister before. He's again a minister now. He's been a deputy party leader. He wants to be the president of Kenya. So, what happens with someone like Oparanya? It becomes a restless spirit. Those spirits that should be kuris, yeah? That comes back to the village and disturbs people. So he's gone back to Kakamega, trying to reorder Kakamega. Because that is his highest point in his view. Okay? Because down there, people still praise him for making Bukungu Stadium, which was not completed anyway, and doing a few things that are, because our Kenyan electorate prioritizes optics and not development. Now, like right now, this current governor, who is there, has done something good for them, but they can't see that. They're looking at what Oparanya did. Now, Oparanya comes and reorganizes Kakamega and disturbs the whole establishment of Western Kenya. Okay? If you look at Joe at the coast, he's also trying to do his thing there. And is trying to reorganize the coast. Well, these are restless souls because they don't know what the future looks like for them. People are refusing to say, it's enough, let me go into business and do business. They want to hang around politics forever. And that is the challenge. So today, ODM is being broken. I talked to my friend, of course, a few days ago. And one of the concerns was, what is happening to the party? It is crashing right before our eyes. And what I said was this: ODM needs to sit as a house and converse. Because
is that true though? Yes, that ODM used to sit as a house and converse.
I'm saying they need to sit. They need to
sit
and converse.
But before the Mugumo tree fell, were they sitting under that same Mugumo tree and talking as ODM?
And that's what I'm saying. Because they didn't sit.
Because Odhiambo.
Yes, they didn't sit. They never sat. It was ruled by fiat. That's the truth. It was an iron fist kind of leadership, where whatever the king says is whatever goes. And now where we are, we must agree that that formula worked for as long as it was. But now, it's a new age. We need to move beyond whatever was. Because, Jagiru, when we started, when this Linda Wananchi thing was starting, we talked about it, that ODM will surely lose its salt and taste shortly. Because nobody wants to sit within ODM and organize ODM. Everybody wants to grandstand. Mimi ndiye mkubwa zaidi ndani ya chama. Mimi ndiye nani, everybody. If ODM does not sit together and, number one, reshape their formula, and in my view, let them go for an election. NDC. Because today...
So that Babu Owino and Sifuna can take it over and run away with it.
No. He's not taking it over and running away with it. This is what will happen, in my view. One, Oburu today is in...
So that Winnie, your friend, can come back for her father's party.
You used to be trivial, Bwana. We're talking about objective things.
No, I'm just asking a question.
I mean, what is the problem?
When Winnie
cannot be elected.
She can.
But what is your problem?
But when I say take over it, I'm not saying by fiat.
But the way you're talking about it, when you don't think I didn't go to school of communication. Why are you talking like that?
Like
this guy. Why are you condescending?
No. I'm not Odiambo.
Absolute discipline.
You say, I like the way you say decorum. Today it is discipline.
Yeah, I have some discipline.
Some decorum. Yeah. I like the word decorum. No, honestly, you read wrong.
No, you talked about it. So, Ebu, repeat how you said, so that Winnie, you're saying this, so that Winnie, your friend, comes back to the party and takes over the father's. What do you mean? Can you talk to me?
But
why you ain't talking to me and looking the other side?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Apologies. So, if Winnie comes and declares a candidature,
okay,
and says, I want to run, vote for me as the party leader, as the deputy party leader,
yeah,
it's fine, it's democracy, let's do it. Jessica Magufuli in Tanzania ran, and finally I think she failed and was nominated into parliament. It's okay. Okay? So if ODM doesn't go back to that, because ODM is a public institution that is funded by our taxes, it's going to be a mess. And number two, in the infrastructure of ODM, somebody like Joho must be neutralized. Neutralized. Politically. Because...
What do you mean?
I don't want to use a dog, I want to use a bull. A bull that is past sell by date.
That's Joho?
Yes, it's a bull that is past sell by date.
Joho is still very strong.
It's past sell by date.
What does that mean?
Where is it taking us? What is this new thing that Joho is coming to tell us?
You know something, Vash, that I really wonder about Odiambo and his cabal.
I don't have a cabal. My cabal is you.
Is that they do strange things and then come back and make us and ask us questions about them. Like he's now saying that Joho is beyond the sell by date. But when was Joho in the market for anything? I mean, who is Joho?
Exactly. He was a leader in Mombasa.
Who put him there?
He did his thing there, but I'm saying it's past sell by date like now.
Who is Joho?
You don't know Joho?
Who is he?
He looks like you, a beard and a clean head.
What does he stand for?
That's the question. That's what I'm saying. It's past sell by date. The same to Oparanya. These guys need to exit and leave a new generation of young people in ODM to take over. That's what I'm saying.
But they were never anything to start with.
We are agreeing on that.
And then you put them all together in that house of stack.
That's what I'm saying. Rebats are painful.
And then they never knew that winter is coming.
They didn't plan for winter.
Raila was this big female chicken. Is called what?
It's hen.
Hen.
Yeah.
Right? Raila was this big hen with the big mabowers. And everybody was under there feeling the warmth. Okay?
Some feeling the cold.
Then he goes to heaven by the chariot. And then everybody remains. And these people were never good to start with. Raila was just collecting these dimwits from all over the place. Dimwits from Kakamega, dimwit from Kisii, dimwit from Mombasa, dimwit from Ukambani, dimwits. And they're just dimwits. And then the guy that used to give dimwits direction is suddenly gone, and then dimwits are in a market. And like, is it nighttime? Is the sun up? What is going on? I think
yes,
we should actually leave and go home. But we have got X in the market.
But they also don't know what this
you know, whatever let's look at ODM as current in terms of what they're bringing to the market. They are selling something that people don't want to buy. It's like you're sitting with the guest in the room, okay? Let me go by your analogy. The chief has left, okay? And you're sitting with the guest in the room. Then a cat walks in with something smelly. Eh? It is, you know, cats gift people things. Like, you know, this friend of mine gifted me a cat. This one.
A cat?
Yeah, a cat. And when a cat wants to gift you things, it brings you the kill. So it brings the rat that is picked from somewhere, snake, and you have guests. That's where ODM is at right now. And ODM must undergo a rebirth. And that rebirth calls for full squashing of this leadership. And these guys must accept that they must squash themselves from that leadership. Unfortunately, Oburu must leave the party leadership position.
You are always just talking about Oburu, Oburu is this, Oburu that, Oburu this, Oburu that.
You want me to talk about you?
Oburu that.
You want me to talk about you? Do you want to be
No, you are hired actually to speak against Oburu.
Who hired me? You?
No, I think your vendetta against Oburu is coming from somewhere.
No, I've never.
You cannot dislike a grandfather who is.
But you dislike Raila Odinga. Pot calling the kettle black. You hate Raila Odinga so much. The one who gave you freedom to even have a podcast.
Ati Raila gave me freedom to have a podcast.
Where did you get the freedom?
Oh my God.
Umefungwa hapo umefinywa huko Nyayo House.
Kisema mwe. Ndani.
You know? So what I'm saying is this.
Yes.
By the way, I've never been hired to go against Oburu.
Yeah, but I have
you have a feeling.
I have a feeling that your bile comes from somewhere.
What do you think? What, you know me?
Brown Bahasha. Yeah, Odhiambo.
Really?
Odhiambo, your dislike for Oburu Odinga has to be studied carefully. Because that old man is actually just a victim of circumstances.
Which victim?
Oburu is a victim of circumstances. Dimwit.
Which circumstance?
Dimwit.
Bwana. Nani Jagero.
Oburu.
You wait.
What has Oburu done?
You wait a minute.
What has Oburu done?
You wait a minute.
What has Oburu done? First, what has Oburu done?
I don't know what he has done.
No. But let's ask first. What has he done?
Let's talk.
I think sometimes people like being unfair to Oburu.
Yes.
No, there's nothing like, you know, there's this thing.
Unfair to him.
Let me tell you. There's this thing about people wanting to respect old men even if they're wrong. And that's what we're refusing. He is not leading ODM properly. ODM is in a mess. Oburu, go home. Simple. Two, if Raila at his age was already losing faculty of leading ODM properly, you want to tell me Oburu now is a better candidate? Oburu cannot even summon ODM today. He cannot. He cannot summon it to give
Who
direction.
can?
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. They have to sit down.
Is your Sifuna able to summon ODM?
Jagero.
No. I'm asking you a question.
Stop asking stupid questions.
No.
Don't take me for a ride.
But you have said that Oburu cannot call a caller.
And
Can your Sifuna call one?
It's not my Sifuna. Please, excuse me. You've never seen me in Sifuna's camp. Neither have you seen me in Ruto's camp. You only imagine.
Can Joe call?
That's what I'm saying, Jagero. All these people can know. That's what I'm saying. Tukae chini kama chama.
So why is Oburu your victim?
He's not my victim. I don't know why you're making me an aggressor of Oburu. I'm only saying he's not a good leader. He's never led anything.
I think most people are unfair to Oburu because when a leader dies, like Raila did, we expect Oburu to be like Raila, but he can't be like Raila.
Nobody
it's just like Peter Ndegwa.
Nobody wants him to be like Raila and Vashed. Nobody wants Oburu to be like Raila. There are things that Raila did which were good. There's some that he did which were wrong. And we are saying nobody wants him to be like Raila. ODM is a public institution funded by our taxes. What we are saying is, can we structure it better? And in this structuring, we are asking, can we have a rebirth? We cannot have hero worshipping in ODM.
Diambo is now claiming that the ODM is a parastatal.
But it's a public institution. We fund it with our taxes.
Who cares?
We do. I do. If you don't care, then let me show you that I do. And that's what I'm saying. You cannot have inept leadership at ODM. Then we say, Jagero, politics affects the price of light. Politics affects your freedom to sit here.
But who should replace
And the institution that is strongest as at now, or that was strongest.
Do you know ODM should have been LDP. ODM should have been NDP. ODM should have been ODM Kenya. ODM should have been NASA.
ODM has been consistent. For the past 20 years, ODM has been consistent as a party. It has had movements within, it has had formations without, but ODM as a party has been consistent, and that is what we are saying. Can we protect institutions? Just a minute. Can we protect institutions? And institutions, ODM is one of them. And if it calls for correct, even Nyerere was a lord in Tanzania, but it didn't stop you from telling him what you did wrong. This fellow called Mandela in South Africa, people told him off when he was wrong, including his wife. Okay? So, Raila is not some serious person who we cannot tell things. Oburu is not an exception. We have to tell him if he's doing something wrong. And what I'm saying is
what wrong has he done?
He is inept in terms of leadership. Ineptitude and impunity that is currently being witnessed in ODM is painful to watch because our taxes are being wasted.
By Oburu?
Oburu and his team.
Who are the team members around Oburu?
Look around. Today they fired his chief officer, by the way. The chief of staff. It's called Agwanda.
Agwanda has eaten theirs all too long. He needs to go.
It was the boys kicked him out.
Agwanda needs to go. Agwanda, you see,
yes.
ODM is a house full of rats.
That is true.
ODM,
we need to clean the house.
ODM is a house full of cockroaches.
Cockroach is a bad term. Rats, I agree.
Yes, cockroaches, mice, lice. DM. So, and it is not like it became that yesterday. That's the problem.
But there was
you are thinking
there was somebody who knew how to.
You are thinking that Oburu is the skunk in ODM. Oburu is not the skunk.
It is true.
No, Oburu is not the skunk.
Okay, who is the skunk? Or what is the skunk in ODM?
It's a skunky house.
So we clean it up, right? Agreed. We clean it up. How do we clean it up? Because this hemorrhage in ODM that is ongoing right now, it's painful to watch. A strong party like ODM is losing out, people hemorrhaging because Oparanya cannot sit properly in ODM. Just a minute, and say that as a statesman, as an elder who can advise ODM, instead of advising ODM, he's exiting and going to form his party. Joe, instead of sitting and organizing ODM, he's exiting and going to form his party with coast people. These people who are lying to Raila, that they were the best. This team which you're referring to, the people who benefited most from Raila are the ones killing his party. And that's what we are saying. Don't effing kill his party. Do you get my point?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Not yet.
Okay.
Let us sit as a party.
Okay.
Not just because of our interest, personal interest, but because of the interest of the country. And sacrifice something. Something has to give. At times you make 10 steps backwards to catapult yourself 50 steps forward. And I'm saying, Oburu and Yokabal, exit.
Vashed.
And leave the party to new blood.
Vashed.
Yes.
I have something called DWJ. I have something called political headache. All right? And I am the founder of Political Headache. Every day, wisdom dictates that Jagero, you need to make everybody understand that they own this podcast. Okay? Odhiambo can tell me to shut up in this podcast, and I will shut up. All right? Because tomorrow, if something happens to me, all right, Odhiambo can actually come here and run this podcast the way we have always run it. Peter can jump and say that I'm going to run this podcast. These people can actually run this podcast. The problem is, I want to be the one who is holding the deck. I want to be the one that is on the mic. I want to be the one on the camera. I want to know everything in this studio, so that if I am not in this studio, this thing falls flat. And that is why I think ODM went wrong. They left ODM in the hand of one man. He's the one who knew where all the holes are, where it is leaking from, everything that is happening. But now suddenly, the one of that house is not there.
So it means
admittedly,
he said his party for fame.
Look, admittedly, if you look back, you will turn into salt. Let's sojourn. And how do we move forward? Yeah, because you're now sounding salty if you're continuously saying, hey, you did this, oh, you did that. It's gone, bro. Okay? So now, what do we have ahead of us? That's where we are. Yes, Raila did.
Why is Tenwek a good hospital?
Because there is somebody who is providing strategic leadership for Tenwek Hospital. Sasawa. Now, when you come here and you want to look at the future of ODM, right, and the future of the country, because I believe that ODM still holds a very important part in the hearts of the people of Kenya.
Do not sacrifice Oburu.
I will sacrifice him.
Even today, Vashta, I can tell you for sure that if Oburu were to vacate, who takes over ODM immediately?
There is no vacuum of leadership in ODM. We are not short of leaders.
No, but you are talking like a politician. Who is it?
I am answering you.
Who is it?
You keep quiet and let me talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm answering you.
Yes.
Now, if today Oburu exists like he's going to exit, he will, in fact.
Okay.
It's a sure thing. If he doesn't exit willfully, he'll be removed. We can't allow ODM to go to hogs.
He's not even a member of ODM.
Oh, I think you don't know.
Because everybody born a Luo is ODM.
Yeah, everybody born a Luo
is ODM. If you get married to a Luo, you're going to ODM.
Your first chama is ODM. You can only build your small homes around it. But your chama ya kwanza. Na haja ya kwanza.
Tuesday.
ODM. So,
oh my God.
What we must do, and I'm looking at it in terms of ideology. ODM has shown us that they're progressive in terms of fighting for political liberation, in terms of economic freedom, social justice, etc. These are the vehicles like Jubilee, URP, UDA, whatever. They're always being formed for short term. We are about to see what UDA does at 2027. Because if they don't reform and form a new party because they're suffering a branding question, ODM stands because from time immemorial, they've always done something proper, okay? So that institutional memory, that institutional vigor that ODM has, we're not losing it because of Oburu.
If Oburu vacates, who becomes the leader of
We
ODM?
go for NDC.
No, but I'm asking you, who are you going to elect
Even
at the end?
you can go and register as a member today.
Don't.
But I'm answering him. What do you
You
want
are
me to answer
not. Is he answering?
No. What do you want me to tell you?
But even Vash is saying you are not answering.
Okay, Vash, what do you want me to say?
Who do you want to endorse when you know?
Yes. Who?
I am saying that in ODM, there are enough people who can contest for party leader positions.
Like
Jagero is there.
Come on.
Jagero is not a member of
I am not a member of ODM.
One thing you want to fix me, to give you a name, which I don't have.
You don't have.
I don't have a name.
Did you see?
There are so many people in ODM.
You can't elect people to be in one position.
There's Otiende Molo in ODM.
Who is Otiende Molo?
He's an advocate. He used to be the ombudsman. He's now the MP for Rarida constituency. If you don't know him, that's his name. Okay. We have people like Millie Mabona. They're there. Okay. Yes. Very capable. Don't doubt it. I see you without in your eyes. Don't doubt it. She's very capable. Okay. We can reconcile. In fact, today, if you ask me...
Millie Mabona, who is even afraid of Wanga?
Truly. No, she can't be afraid of Wanga. You come on.
She's afraid of Wanga.
No, she can't be afraid of Wanga.
I told her to be the governor of Omabeshia. She said she's not interested.
She only said
she wants to be an MP for life.
No, she's not afraid. I mean, this... Jagger, you can't say that.
I am sorry.
Yeah. So Wanga is my friend. But you cannot do that. You know, there's sustained propaganda vashed in the media today, and it's slowly creeping into podcasts, like where Jagiro is, where they want to pit Wanga against Millie. It is wrong. It's evil. These guys can't fight because Millie is like the mother of the house. She's one of the oldest members of the house. Wanga, I believe, has learned a lot from Millie. Come on, man. You can't do that to Wanga and Millie. You can't beat their heads together like this. No, let them be. No, not right. Not right. Anyway, there is if you
governor Millie.
If you remember the podcast that I did where I was in black phone,
yes,
and a hat,
she told you.
I told her,
okay,
Wanga should be going for deputy president in 2027. By then I was still alive. I still hold it to date. That Wanga should organize ODM by being humble.
Okay,
and call for sobriety and unite the team. A young person can lead. Unite the team and ask for support. Don't beat your chest in ODM. All right?
Vash, did you realize that Odhiambo did not mention any name in Linda Wananchi?
I'm still mentioning names.
Did you realize?
No, I'm still mentioning names. Just a minute.
But you have a pecking order.
I don't have a pecking order. I'm just saying, okay, number 3.
Okay.
The person who I truly believe that can give strategic direction to ODM and strategic leadership and that can be a patron, proper patron of ODM is this fellow called Karoli Omondi.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
Very interesting.
I strongly believe. If you ask me, truest part of my heart, Karoli Omondi. Why? Karoli, number one, has the history of the party. Karoli has gone through the pain and the evils of the party. Karoli has bankrolled this party. Most of the people in ODM don't know nothing about ODM. Karoli has given this ODM a house. Karoli has given these t-shirts that they're campaigning with, those caps. Karoli has provided them with finances. Okay?
Yes.
Now, apart from Karoli, we have so many others from across. We have Abdul Samad Sharif from Mombasa.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Odhiambo has gone to Abdul Samad before going to Abizwena?
No way, Tegero.
No, not Abizwena. No, not Abizwena. I mean,
Abizwena is capable, but I don't know if she's a member of ODM.
She might not be.
But of course.
But I was just going to Linda Ground and
there's a pecking order.
There's
a pecking order.
It is interesting that Odhiambo has so far mentioned how many names?
I'm still mentioning.
Almost 6.
I'm not done. I'm still mentioning.
In that there is no Linda Wananchi. Hata moja.
Jagero, tuliza boli.
Okay.
Yeah, tuliza boli.
Sawa.
Yeah, don't be annoying, eh? In Kisii, we have Simba Arati, who can also provide strategic leadership to ODM. It's a fact. These are good people. We have Professor Nyang' Nyong'o, who is, in fact, he's exiting governorship. He's one person who is best fit to lead ODM. Again,
there's a difference between Nyong'o and Oburu.
Big difference.
Oh, is that so?
You know, Oburu is conflicted because Oburu has one of the most honest sides. In fact, if you wanted anything, if you wanted to gauge Raila's position, you looked at Oburu, you talked to him, because Oburu will tell the truth. But now he's conflicted because he's in a position where he has to negotiate. And you know, politics also has a lot of lies in it. So, split personality at a very old age, it is difficult for him. It is difficult. He's struggling because he's what? How can I put it? His true north is being factual. He knows where he is. That's going to face a challenge with nominations in 2027. He knows where he is. The people who are surrounding him are not surrounding him genuinely. If you look at Raila, upon his exit, you are seeing people who used to surround Raila, who used to eat from him, who used to demand finance minister position, CG what position, lands position, are the ones who are now breaking his party and forming other parties. You understand? Oburu knows this reality, and he knows that if he goes genuine in 2027, these people will start kumkejeli. Okay? So the best thing, as a man who is in his sunset years, is to honorably hand over power to the younger generation, let them lead. And this younger generation is not far off. Karoli is there. And Nyang' Nyong'o, who could be his age mate, but could provide better leadership than him, is there. I don't believe Orengo can be the best. I don't believe so. He has an unfulfilled dream.
Which is?
He seems to be chasing something. I don't know what he's chasing, but he seems to be chasing something. Okay?
You want to triumph over Raila after his death?
Yes, he's not a very uniting figure for me. And Nyang' Nyong'o looks like more of a uniting figure. But he has bad manners also.
Who?
But though he wrote an article.
Yeah, he's a study in contrast. Nyang' Nyong'o is a study in contrast.
An article about?
About zoning in ODM.
He's a study in contrast because he rigged.
When?
He rigged his election into Kisumu.
The one that we wrote. The one that we went over with Joachim.
He wrote something again today about...
today?
Yeah, he wrote something. But well, you see, like, it's an option, but it's a bad one. Okay? Now, if you want revolutionary leadership in ODM, ita mkutano ya national delegates conference, watu wafanye campaign, let Babu Wino contest, let Sifuna contest. I can tell you, Jagiro, and today I can predict where I'm seated. You know, for you to become a leader of ODM, one thing you must occupy and you must have is the goons in ODM.
Who are the goons in ODM?
They are those boys who hang around ODM. They're always around Orange House or Power House. Yeah? You must get them. They're the ODM diehards. Well, people branded them goons, but wao ndio wamepigania chama. During Chwele things, wao ndio walikuwa huko. During Dhika, wao ndio walikuwa huko. Raila akienda kila mahali, wao ndio walikuwa. They've worked with chama. For you to take over the party or for you to lead the party, you need them. I can predict today. I see a takeover by Sifuna. Because hawa majamaa venye wako saizi hawapati kitu. Those boys are hungry.
Kina Sifuna?
No. These fighters of ODM, the believers of ODM.
The goons?
Not goons, the supporters. People have branded them goons.
But you're the one who called them goons?
I'm saying people have branded them as such.
Okay, I see.
Okay? Those gentlemen who have fought for the party so hard, if And I sense it's a matter of time. There'll be a takeover. There'll be a takeover at ODM. And I'm only being conservative now. Something big is going to happen in ODM shortly. Something big is going to happen in ODM
shortly.
There's going to be a leadership change.
Well, can we take a few calls?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
People of the internet, it is time to take a few calls. Hear what you have to say. Today we have talked so much about ODM, about many things, and this is the fireside. After this, we go to the Padre.
The Padre?
To put our sins before the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Things that we have said that are not good.
0104341733. WhatsApp calls. They start coming now.
WhatsApp calls?
WhatsApp main call 010. Oh, they're already.
Is it really working? Izawa?
Can you? I'm not getting
Hello.
This. Hello, hi.
Hello.
Yes,
How are you doing?
You're lucky. You're the first caller.
Very nice. I'm very happy.
Good.
Now, today I can see. Today you have you've got a very high-spirited conversation that is invoking a lot of emotions in there.
Yeah.
Now, in regards to ODM, my own take, and I have been a follower of Barbara for a very long time, is that there needs a younger leader, someone of sound mind, someone of some sort of brilliance, someone who will give direction to the party. Now, again, ODM has to reach out to the other side, the Linda Mwananchi side, if they want it to survive. If that side doesn't come back into ODM, then that thing is broken. I don't see how they will salvage it. It might survive, but as a small party, not as big as it is at the moment, if they do not get the other people to come in from the other side. But the leadership of ODM has to change, and it has to change drastically.
Thank you. Thank
you
very much.
All right. Okay. All right, Mr. Temple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Good evening. How are you? What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Feedback when I don't know what.
Hello, political head deck. Here is Nyangare Jafet calling from Nairobi.
Very good, Nyangare. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very happy. The show you are having is very enlightening. As a young man, I'm impressed. So I want to talk about ODM matters.
Yeah.
And I feel ODM need a leadership change. And if the underground team are not willing to hold that small outfit they are having, because they don't have people, they are willing to bring Baba's party down. So I know maybe you reach them. You reach Gladys Wanga is your friend. Tell her to lower her pride.
Yes.
I have told her before. That's very true. I've told her. Yes.
Continue telling her, and I want you to come to Sifuna's side. We need your brain on our side on the Mwananchi.
You mean Odhiambo's brain?
Jagero, right?
Yeah, we need to get brains in the Mwananchi as a secretary.
Yes, but he's eating the fat of rams from State House.
No, that's not true. Disregard Jagero. Good evening.
Hello, Diambo.
Hey, mambo.
Wapo bwana, vipi?
Salama, niambie. Jina lako nani, unatupia kutoka wapi?
This is Danderic from Nairobi.
Yo.
Yeah, I want to talk about story Nene Oburu.
Yes.
Now, you see, we young people, we are resonating much with a new leadership of ODM. And I heard you talking about something that Oburu is not capable of commanding the respect that Raila always commanded. So the only thing is that if for the benefit of ODM, someone stronger, and I heard you talking about Karoli Omondi, because we don't want to get to a situation where We don't want to get to a situation where we are going to give people who cannot command the respect needed. So it's only fair if we call for an NDC and remove people who are incompetent, who are going to make ODM to die, and that is the faction of Oburu. Thank you very much.
Do you have somebody that you want to lead ODM?
Okay, the best person to lead ODM is, of course, either Karoli Omondi or the MP from Rarieda. Those are the only people who are capable, because the rest are Otiende Amolo. Yes, the rest of the group is always just political greediness.
Thank you so much. Let me take the next call. Thank you.
Political what?
Greediness. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Otiambo.
Karibu sana. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Mimi ni Onsando, calling from Texas.
Hello.
Hello, Mimi ni Onsando.
Yes, Onsando.
Yeah, I want to talk about IEBC.
Right.
And I want to throw in something.
All right.
I don't know when you guys started the voting or your first vote.
Yeah.
Mimi nikipiga kura mara ya kwanza kabisa. I used to stay in Kisumu.
Okay.
And I was excited that I had my voting card.
Okay.
And I'm registered. So, hiyo wakati ilikuwa 2007. Kafika nyumbani, ikakaribishwa kwa kituo. And then I didn't know who to vote for. I was told there was an uncle of mine who was contesting for councillor. And there was Raila.
Yeah.
And there was, we used to have 3 ballots. Lakini, why I'm telling you this is nilivote kama mjinga, because it's not like I'm mjinga, but nilivote kama mjinga because I didn't know who to vote for.
Okay.
Because an agent there just told me, unajua huyu ni anko yako, votia yeye, alafu upige kwa Raila, alafu upige kwa mbunge wangu that time alikuwa Obure. Piga kwa Obure, in fact piga ODM 3-piece. Unaelewa?
Yes.
And I did so. Mimi ni mtu nimeenda shule, naelewa mambo, lakini nilivote kijinga because I didn't know I did not question what I was voting for because it was my first time.
Okay.
So my fear is we are going to have several millions of people who are going to the village, they're coming from town, they're going to the village and they're going to vote the same way. That's one fear. Another fear is that nilikuandikia message nikakuuliza, do you remember in the wake of 2022 elections? Kuna project ilifanywa na IEBC that tells me they were in bed with the government, with the winning team that was Ruto. Unakumbuka kuna vitabu viwili.
There's so many people on the line, so maybe you just conclude by making a comment or asking a question.
Yes. They did print 2 forms of 34A. And so when voting happened, we are not sure which form that was presented in the Bomas of Kenya. It needs someone to...
Sorry, my apologies. Let me put across the question. Let me put across the question to you. Do you think ODM needs reform?
Of course, yes.
Who do you think should leave ODM and who do you think should leave the leadership of ODM and who do you think should take over the leadership of ODM?
They should leave to the young guys.
You have a name?
I think they are energetic.
Yes.
I tend to lean to Sifuna, but Sifuna has to convince me to, what he stands for.
Okay, thank you so much. I will have to move to the next
let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question.
Yes.
Ask So in a democracy, they say a winner has to have their way, and the loser, the minority has their say, and majority has their way.
Okay.
My question to the electorate is, what if the majority are all idiots? I beg to, I forgive my language, but what if the majority are all idiots?
All right.
Do we still give them leadership?
It's a question you've put to them. They will have to deal with it. Thank you so much. Yes. Let me move to the next call. My apologies. Sorry.
Thank you.
Hello. Jambo. Hello.
The majority are all idiots. I beg to, I forgive my language, but what if the majority are...
He's still on the other call. Hello.
I forgive my language, but what...
Hello. Okay. Let me pick that. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Yeah. Hi. How are you? What's your name? Where are you calling us from? Speak loudly.
Mahmoud from Mombasa.
Mahmoud from Mombasa. You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of ODM topic.
Ibongeze sauti, siski.
It's a bit of ODM topic.
Say again?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're saying you have a question or comment on the question of ODM. First of all, let me push my question first of all. Do you think ODM requires a fresh leadership?
Oh, of course. It needs a fresh leadership. Needs something, what do you call this word? Something enticing, something, you just use that word, exciting. It needs something exciting.
And who could that be in your view? Who could that be to take over ODM as the new leader?
Of course, the young blood. Because
you have a name in mind, like Jagero keeps on asking. Do you have a name in mind?
It's obvious.
Sifuna Babu. Right?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll have to move the next call. Apologies. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
No.
Jambo.
Yes. Can you hear me? What I want to say about this is that ODM need a real reform, and the reform should go 99% towards the Linda Mwananchi. Because if you look at the original Raila Odinga supporters are militant. We were taught to oppose. And Raila never taught us to support. Even in the time that we were in the Grand Coalition government, we were opposing in the government.
You're opposing in the government?
Yes, we were opposing in the government. And even that's why it was so difficult. Even with this handshake with the Uhuru, we were still opposing in the handshake. And even with these two broad-based, we are still opposing in the broad-based. Therefore, it is very difficult for ODM to go to an election while supporting the government. It will be a bloodbath. They will fail terribly. And that's why Sifuna and Babu are running away with the party as the grandfather of Buru is sleeping. Jagero is saying that we should not attack Oburu. Oburu is sleeping. And Oburu is going to kill ODM. Remember,
my problem with Oburu sleeping is that who was nani amemwekea malazi?
Jagero, tell me, has Oburu ever won any
nani amemtandikia kitanda? Hiyo ni Kiswahili? Okay. Nani amemwekea kitanda chini ya lale?
The people who have laid the Buru's bed is the dimwit. You know, Junet, the chief dimwit once said that women in Ngombe are Raila. You know?
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
I think you should give it evening.
Hello, Mr. Jagero and Mr. Diambo. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm calling from Ghana, but I'm a Kenyan who lives in Ghana.
Thank you very much. Are you in Accra or somewhere else?
Yes, I'm in Accra. And I grew
very
up
much.
In
the land of mosquitoes. There's a lot of mosquitoes in Accra. What is happening in Accra?
No, it's okay. It's hot now. Okay, what I can say about what you guys have been talking about. First of all, I like the show. I try to make time to watch it.
Yeah.
Because you guys are 3 hours ahead, so I try as much as possible. But first, let me say about what Mr. Diambo said about the spiritual issues. Mr. Diambo, you're a very good political analyst, but keep away from spiritual things.
Yes, exactly. I told him off. I told him off. Thunder and fire, my brother.
Yeah, just keep off.
Thunder and fire.
You don't have it, so just leave it alone. But for ODM, I think Ida should be forced. Mama Ida should be forced to be the party leader. She should be forced
to be the party leader. The Amber said as such sometimes back.
I agree with you.
I don't know whether you said it in the podcast or where we are taking tea.
Well, we are taking
Yes, she should be forced. She's the only one who can command the respect to be able to do what's supposed to be done about ODM. And Mr. Jagero, Mr. Odinga had his faults.
Okay.
But you belittle him too much.
Okay.
And he's the best we've had.
All right.
He's the best we've had. And if your father dies, he leaves you a legacy that you cannot throw away. That, oh, Baba said so. I'm Luya, but I know Luo. Baba said to Baba. You cannot argue like that. If your father dies, and because now he's dead, you think you're educated, you know better. No.
Yeah.
He started the family, and he had a vision for the family. You know, and you're a Bible speaking man.
Yes.
You know about the Rechabites in the Bible. That Jeremiah was told to go and ask them. They made a covenant with their grandfather never to live in the city. And God used them as an example, as covenant-keeping people. So Raila had a covenant with Kenyans. That was ODM. And yes, there are some things that can be changed because of dynamics. But please don't belittle Mzee. Mzee did what he could in his as imperfect human being. About Oparanya, as a guy who is our Luya, please, you guys, you do not know what Oparanya did in Kakamega. So be careful. He might not be a good national leader. I cannot vouch for him to be president, but I can tell you that he did a revolution in Kakamega. The Kakamega we knew before devolution, Oparanya did a lot. And no, Kakamega County is huge. So you cannot insult Oparanya like that.
But Oparanya used to say that he's a friend of Baba, but now that Baba is gone, now he's wrecking his party.
Yeah, because Oburu, listen, you guys listen.
Yes.
Oburu, I have respect for him as an elder. And you can notice the first 2 months, he did very well. He had a reconciliatory tone. But, he was put there. And, he's a puppet. He's just doing what his bosses are telling him to do. He has no control.
Who are his bosses?
I don't want to disrespect him. He has no control.
Who are his bosses?
He has no control. Definitely Mr. Ruto. There's no question about it. It's not the Luo people. Raila, Baba tried one thing. Even if Baba had an agenda, a personal agenda, but he tried to sell it to us. He tried. He would come round and try and convince us with his magic. We'll say, okay, Baba mesoma. So come Baba mesoma, it's okay.
All right.
Because
thank you very much, sir. We have to take another call. Thank you very much. I think you are very clear. My apologies. Raila will remain my guy.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, hi, how are you? Can you speak up? What's your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Dennis.
Yes.
I'm calling from Sydney, Australia.
All right.
Just woke up. Nipata kuchangia madam kunayo leo. And I think, ODM should be reformed. But maybe Oburu should take it mid-27 after that. They form it like total assassination. Because at the moment, if they do it, the members will move. Like now, they are trying to move away, they're trying to form their own way. So basically, they try now they lose funding some areas.
All right, thank you so much.
So maybe they wait for after the election.
Yeah.
Then they can do that.
Asante sana. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Oh, my name is Sam, calling from the United States, Atlanta.
Unakatika kabisa. I don't know if we can get you clearly.
Yeah, can you hear me? I can hear you very well. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, first of all, I gotta say you guys are doing very good and keep it up. So I have only one.
My apologies. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is I'm calling from US.
Oh, you're called Ken?
Sam.
Oh, Sam. You're calling from the US, okay? Proceed, Sam.
Yeah, so I only have one thing to say. I'm neither on one time or anybody politics now because our issue is corruption, to be honest with you. And it doesn't matter who we elect. And I'm not saying our leaders are corrupt. We, as the people, are corrupt, Kenya. Because since 1963, nobody has been jailed in Kenya for corruption. If you can name 5 right now that are in jail, serving their full term, or they have already served 10 years plus for corruption, I'll send you 20,000 today. Somebody give me 5 names of leaders in Kenya in jail. No one. So that means either we are not stealing or get away with it.
So let me ask you something, Sam. My apologies to interject. Let me ask you some. Well, I agree with you in the question of corruption in Kenya and our slow justice system and the compromised justice system and our loose moral fabric. My biggest question today, or our biggest question of the political headache today, is the question of leadership in ODM. What do you think? Do you think there's need of change of leadership in ODM, or do you think there's need for maintenance of the status quo?
Okay. When it comes to ODM, well, I'm with Sifuna side, but the only thing I would say, the leadership has to change, but it's too late where it is right now with the main ODM or Oburu, Wanga, and that crew. And that ship has failed. There's no way you're getting those guys out of State House. That is not going to happen. Whatever they've been promised, I mean, you're going to fight to death to get out. Even, I don't know, that guy in Kisumu that was saying that rally is not going to happen. Such a guy, you'll never take him out of State House. And and everybody was laughing about it when he said they're not going to have, a rally in Kisumu. Like, as who? This is a free country, right? Anybody can have a rally, can have a rally anywhere in this country, right? So
all right, thank you very much, sir. We have lots of callers that are waiting on the line. Thank you. We appreciate you joining us tonight, and we hope you have a good afternoon.
I'm gonna buy lunch soon, a good one.
Thank you.
Jambo.
Yeah, what's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, Odhiambo. Good evening.
Good evening, bro.
Kupata line imekuwa ngumu.
Pole. Watu wako wengi jamani.
I'm Odhiambo from Kakamega.
Right.
Yes, kuchangia hiyo mambo ya ODM. Definitely we cannot trust Oburu with ODM. Even if you look at the age. Yes. If you ask Jagero there, if you want to trust somebody who is 80 plus years to decide the future of people who are 20, 30, 40 years old.
Exactly my point.
No, that's you cannot put somebody who is 80 to decide the future of people who are going to live for the next 30 years.
Odhiambo, who has put it there?
So the leadership of ODM is a must change. Is a must change. Yeah. So to talk to Jagger, I want to tell you something, huh?
Okay.
I heard you earlier. You talked about something there, but I want to tell you, I have friends who are in Finland, New Zealand, and this Scandinavian country.
Okay.
So when they go there, they say that Africans stop being religious or spiritual. You know why? Because the government of the day there provides 90% of their prayer requests. So Odhiambo is very right. We do not need churches. When you have around churches which are very tall and around them there are dwellings in slums, that's a sign of misappropriation of resources and leadership and misguidance.
Thank you so much. Asante sana Odhiambo. Have a good evening. Hello, Jambo. Oh, he's back. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, you dropped earlier.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, hi, political headache.
Hi.
Okay, Soita, I'm calling from Trans-Nzoia.
Yes.
Yes, here Trans-Nzoia normally takes instruction from George Natembea, the child person.
Yes.
And about ODM, I think ODM really needs a change.
Yes.
Oburu is very much uninspiring. So I think he should just resign or the leader Mwananchi President will forcefully take over.
Thank you so much.
Because he's always in the bedroom with President Ruto. And I also want to urge Jagero to have been heckling today. I think he should manage himself.
He should do what? Sorry? We didn't get that.
He should manage himself. He's been heckling a lot today.
Zaza. Anyway, thank you for the correction. What can I say? But I've been heckling Odhiambo, Sindio.
Jambo. Where are you calling us from?
Hello.
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 Hello, hi.
Yes.
What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yes, you're talking to Eric Opio from Migori.
Yes.
Yes, I've been actually following you for quite long.
Karibu sana.
Yes, thank you so much. And I just want to say a few things.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Go ahead.
Okay, what I want to say is that in ODM,
okay,
we don't just need young leaders or old leaders. It shouldn't be a matter of age, but anyone can just play.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Jambo.
But you need young leaders or old leaders.
Nawapigia kutoka Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Upo Pennsylvania. Niambie sasa, una comment question?
Na comment kuhusu mambo ya ODM.
Sema.
Anyway, two things.
Mm-hmm.
Ya kwanza wacha nisalamie huyo mtu wangu kutoka Nyakati, huyo Jagero.
Thank you very much. Nimepokea salamu brother.
Natoka hapo Nyakati, Sigoti hapo Kabodo. Sasa mambo yangu ya hii ODM bado imetushinda.
All right.
Mimi mwenyewe nitaenda na kitu kwa sababu hiyo ndio pale direction iko. Huyu mzee wetu tunamrespect ndio, lakini direction ni kama imempotelea. Sasa the key thing, sisi watu tuko hapa US. Hapa niko hapa Pennsylvania, hapa na niko na New York. When Baba was alive, Baba came here, the US, all the time to talk to us here. Kutuuliza maswali, what do we do? What's the way forward? Tunakuja hapa, tunafanya contribution, we give a lot of money. Baba anakuja hapa, mimi mwenyewe namchukua kwa airport, tunaenda kule, tunasikia story. Now when these guys came into power after Baba's death, even none of them have even come here to the US, even to tell us, okay, now, what's the way forward? Sisi tuliwachwa kwa giza, we don't know what happened. Sasa hii direction tumechukua hii ya ODM. I think let's just be serious, guys.
All right.
And let's Orengo leaders and move forward.
Thank you. Sorry. All right. Hello? Last calls now. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Odembo.
Jambo.
Yeah, I'm Jenga Njogu from Dubai. And I'll go direct to the point. Yeah, from Dubai.
Go ahead.
Let me go direct to the point. Dubai. Yeah. So my point is, I want to talk about the 10-point agenda. And the thing was, I think ODM, Sifuna, that we should remember that this thing came like, it was put like a cart before the horse. Because there were people who already went to the government, they talked to Ruto about the position, and they put themselves there. And it is said that Raila was very angry with that. So to cover this up, that's why I think the thing that Sifuna is not talking about is that this thing about the 10-point agenda is like Raila already told him, put a hurdle that you know that Ruto cannot jump. Because putting a matter of corruption, you know, even if you close your eyes, Ruto cannot jump that way. So that one was a strategy for them to exit,
and I agree
because already the mess has been made, and they were covering up.
I agree with you absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a trap.
Yeah, exactly. And they were covering. Just look at all 10-point agenda about implementing NADCO. That one, nothing would have been accomplished there, because even the two-third, you heard about the two-third agenda rule. And this lady is the chairman of UDA. She tried to talk about that one, and she was shushed by the president himself. You see, so that was a hurdle that they really knew that he will not escape this one, and they just wanted an exit. That was just an exit strategy, because already these people, they have gone there without the permission of Raila. Maybe Raila had a way that he wanted to come into the government, but in a way that it will suit both sides.
Thank you.
But these people, they rushed there,
but then the question is, they were trying to fool Ruto, and now they look like fools themselves.
Who tried to fool Ruto?
I mean, they were setting a trap for Ruto, but it looks like that the same trap that they set for Ruto, they've gone right into it, because Ruto is not the one making noise about anything. Ruto is actually very comfortable, and they're the ones that set the trap are the ones that are crying.
The thing is, this was Raila's strategy agenda. Raila now is not there, so the best thing that ODM could have done is to say that we don't have any presidential candidate. Can we concentrate on taking over the parliament? Because if we take over the parliament, like they try they exit from this broad base, and they make their party stronger. They make their party stronger by getting more MPs, getting getting the confidence of the Gen Z, because now the Gen Z level, the Sifuna will be there, and the Gen Z, they will see the confidentiality, and then they take over the parliament. Right. If they have the parliament, even if Ruto take over the government, they could have negotiated on this side in a very powerful way.
Right.
But look what they did. Ruto was very clever. When he knew that Raila has died, he went ahead, and I believe that it is Ruto who imposed Oburu, so that he knew that they can control Oburu, and you can see Oburu is just like a puppet. He cannot decide anything on this issue. There is a point today Sifuna talked about, that he shook hands with Oburu, because Sifuna went to Oburu and told him, okay, I heard you're talking about me and about this position. I can just resign.
All right. In finishing,
Oburu chickened out. Oburu chickened out, and then when Oburu chickened out, he told Sifuna that about no, I don't want like that because of this and this and this. But after that one, they went to the State House, and Ruto gave them the commanding order, and that's why they gave the announcement in Mombasa. So you see.
Thank you. I'll have to move the next one. My apologies. I'll have to move the next one.
Thank you, bro.
Hello. Hello.
+2547.
Hello. Hello. Simpati huyo. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you?
Very well. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yes, I'm John. I'm calling from South Africa.
All right, John.
Yes. First, I've got, before I make my comment, I've got
John, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Please proceed. You're saying you got a what?
Hello?
We can hear you.
I'll have to hang up. To move to the next. Hello?
You're hanging up like this?
Hello?
Hello, Diamu.
Hey,
Kuna internet South Africa.
Yeah, how are you?
Very well.
Yeah, I'm Warren. I'm calling you from Nairobi.
You are?
I'm Warren. I'm calling you from Nairobi, Warren.
Right, Warren. Continue.
Yeah, I have a comment and also have an observation. And the comment is that
yes, shoot.
Any ODM member who is listening or who watches political headache should know that everything wrong with ODM is everything that Odhiambo has said, and everything that should be done is everything that Odhiambo says. Okay. Then, An observation is that there are some of very complicated issues that we discuss here on political headache.
Yeah.
So my suggestion to Jagero is that once in a while, we should be having the live audience so that we can be discussing and also can be contributing. And also a suggestion is that there can be an entrance fee that also us, as loyal members of the political headache that will be coming to the live audience, can be contributing.
Thank you.
Can be paying so that we can come.
Thank you so
once
much.
In a while.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. One of the last calls. We are taking the final 3 calls. Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hey, my name is Omondi.
Yes,
I'm calling from Atlanta.
All right.
Somebody said something which I think is very true. I think Mama Ida should be forced to do everything humanly possible to take over the reins of ODM. If she does that, then it will be seen like there is somebody who has come to call the house to order.
Mm-hmm. But she says she's not a politician. What do you think about that?
Well, at this point, ODM is going away. Baba's legacy is going away. You know, she can easily, if there are people speaking to her, people around her, to tell her this is the time to step up.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. One of the last calls, the second last call. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, my name is Pondius, and I wanted to say something. I don't know if you have time.
Please proceed.
Okay.
ODM is not a family affair.
Hello.
Hello. Jambo. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, he's not talking. All right, Jagero, the last call of the night. Good evening. How are you? Where are you calling us from? You're the last call of the night.
Oh, good evening. My name is Steve Biko. I'm from Kisii.
You're from Kisii?
Yeah, Kisii County.
You have a question or a comment?
I have a comment just to add on what you're talking about.
Okay.
I tend to think this is a new dispensation in the political sphere in this country.
Okay.
So I'm leaning towards thinking the young turks, Sifuna and Babu, just for the moment, they show the signs that they are able to bring the change that we need as young people.
Okay.
So if we really need change in this country, I'm obliged to think they're the people to lead us to. So that is my point.
Okay, thank you so much, Jagero. It's been a nice show.
There are some people that have sent you some WhatsApp.
Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, you could read a few of them because they were not able
Plus
to.
6 415 827 700.
The WhatsApp messages, there are too many. There are too many. Maximum. Let me read them. Okay, this is subject for discussion elsewhere. Yes, let me just get them. Our apologies for those who are not able to get through the line. At times it is very busy. Let me see that. There's no message there. The problem in ODM is the group around Oburu with the exemption of Simba Arati. Arati is the only individual adding value to the party. Gladys Wanga and Junet must exit if the party is to salvage the little glory on the number of MPs, MCAs, and governors that they got in 2022. This can't be achieved, being Wanga has candidates in all elective positions in Nyanza. That's why she's antagonizing the elected leadership in ODM and the aspiring ones she considers not submitting to her. Oburu is being blamed on the mistakes of the cronies like Wanga. But on average, the old man is a better party leader for now. And I'm sure if someone else was the party leader with the level of greed in young people, the party could not have the two factions. It could be extinct with nowhere to trace membership. Linda Mwananchi is also another set of brokers who feel sidelined by the group of Wanga. This is Andrew from Kajiado. Let me read the next one. Good evening, Jagero and Odhiambo. My name is David Ano Livaha from Nairobi. I agree with Odhiambo that ODM must undergo a rebirth. I used to believe in Simba Arati, but he looks like a compromised person. Karoli Omondi is the guy. Let me get the next message. Somebody sent it. Hello, Diambo and Jagero. Big up for the fantastic high energy show. Keep it coming. Just 2 quick points. 1, on spiritual matters and church discussion, let everyone handle their own faith and prayers. We don't need tall church structures. We need schools, roads, and hospitals. Number 2, regarding the youth leadership, Oburu should consider handing over the position to Linda Mwananchi and set aside pride, as the situation on the ground is becoming increasingly difficult and uncertain. My question to all of you and your followers is that, is it a must that ODM leader come from Tinga family? Jagero, I think that's your question. You need to answer. Is it a must that the leadership comes from the family? Odhiambo, also remember that Babu is too radical to be allowed to lead. Such people cannot be allowed to see the helm of power, both locally and internationally. Hello, I'm impressed with Jagero's understanding of, I think this is yesterday. Sorry. Let me see. No message. No message there. Let me see. Which one is that? Oh, okay. Let me see.
You can wrap it up.
Okay, wrap it up.
People of the internet, it has been amazing. We always love the fireplace, and this fireplace cannot happen without the audience and those people that are surrounding the fireplace, and those people are you. All right, so we want to say thank you very much for gathering around this fireplace. It's been a pleasure. We always start this conversation putting out a poster, not knowing whether people are going to watch. And then when we start, you all gather around the fireplace and start talking to us, listening to us, and finally contributing. We love the town hall that is always going on the right. And we thank you very much for always taking your time to write, taking your time to give us the comments that you want, and also calling us. The good thing about the political headache is that it is for this country. It is for everybody, anywhere around the world. And you guys have heard people coming from Kansas, Texas. Is it Kansas? No, Georgia. Yes, Dubai, Sydney, where people are coming. I want to thank Mr. Dhiambo for holding fort. Today he's been very aggressive towards me, but that is life.
Tomorrow, same place, same time.
Same time. I'll do this again. Thank you very much for Peter, who is on the cameras. Peter is a bit tired now. I think he's watching football. I want to thank our researcher, Vasht, and Frank, who is on the deck today. Obunga, who I don't know whether he set up the cameras or Peter is the one who set up the cameras today. But Obunga probably went to see his girlfriend because he just sneaked out. And we haven't seen him since. He's not picking up his calls. We hope that he's safe. And somebody's chopping his money. All right. So thank you very much. Thank you to Echieng, who is doing logistics. Atieno, who is doing hospitality. And everybody else. So please, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit on that notification bell so that when we are live, you are going to be notified immediately. Thank you very much to people that are always contributing, sending us money, sending us love, sending us flowers, sending us everything that makes this studio stand. We always thank you very much. Until another episode, people of the internet, bye for now. HustlesAfrica.com, a guide to high-paying online jobs. At HustlesAfrica.com, you will discover the jobs people are doing from home, the platforms where opportunities are found, the skills that open doors, and the practical steps to begin earning. Go to HustlesAfrica.com today.